Hello, Corners. How are you all doing? And welcome back to Barça Live. My God, is this a big one? It's Barça versus Copenhagen in Matchday 8 of the league phase of the competition. And as you can see over to my right-hand side there's quite a lot going on. A lot of teams are tied on points. This is going to be one of those crazy evenings where, of course, we're going to be paying attention to Barça getting the win and hopefully winning big, but also onto several games around us. Don't worry, here on tonight's Barça Live programme, we're going to be bringing it to you all, keeping you up to date with everything you need to know. Alexi Bateta, welcome back. This is going to be, I think, one of the crazier nights we have in this studio, I get the feeling.
It definitely is. My head already hurts from all the information that we need to keep track of literally for 90 minutes. No, it's a big day. We already have enough having to pay attention to our game. Literally tonight, it's such a big game. We need the 3 points. We need the goal difference. I think everybody knows that. But obviously at the same time, for those of you who don't know, every single match is being played at the... Sorry.
No worries, Alex. Yeah,
I'm struggling. I'm so nervous. Every single match has been played literally at the same exact time.
Yes.
So you don't know, well, we know what's happening, but you don't know until the 90 minutes are up exactly how the table is going to look. And it's just absolutely chaos. And obviously, Pablo, we're going to get into it, but we have so many positions to talk about right in that, from 6th place down to, I can't even remember what's like 13th place, give or take, that we're all basically on the same amount of points, and the goal difference is going to be so key tonight.
It really, really is. I'll tell you what, we'll show you the Barca lineup, and then we will indeed go through all of the ramifications of tonight, because it's very important indeed. Let's see then how Hansi Flick has lined up for this one. That's an important, of course, game for us tonight. We know we have to get the job done ourselves, focus on ourselves if we can, and that's the team he's gone for. So Joan Garcia does start in goal. Koundé, Koulibaly, Gerard Martin at centre-back with Balde at left-back. And that leaves in midfield, well, remember, De Jong suspended, Pedri is injured, so Eric Garcia has got a big role, and Flick gone for the jugular in there too. He's got Olmo and Fermin. Let's see who's the deeper of the two, or whether they're both pushing up there and Eric is the lone holder. We'll have to wait and see. And then up front, Lamine, Lewandowski, Rafinha. Ferran is back on the bench. Cancelo is not registered. That's the Barca team. I think Flick's gone with what we probably wanted. He's gone aggressive, attacking. He's put all of the attacking pieces up there, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, definitely. When you look at the fact that we don't have Pedri nor De Jong, I'm assuming if both of them were available, I feel like they would both be on the pitch right now. And you put either Fermin or Olmo in that position. Obviously, Eric Garcia has been having to get the call back and to send into the midfield, but we obviously trust him. We know what he can do. We know that he is a very, very good replacement for both Frenkie and Pedri. So I think in that sense, we're quite secure. And it's not bad to have that reinforcement with Eric Garcia in front of Koulibaly and Gerard Martin. And then obviously that front two there with Fermin and Olmo. I'm assuming Eric Garcia is probably going to be the lone deep line
I imagine
midfielder.
Maybe, I imagine.
And Fermin, like the other day, was it that Fermin went more to the right towards Lamine Yamal, Dani Olmo went more left-sided.
Yeah.
You see that a lot in the way that we play, really, when you look at the 4-3-3s. But I think, I'd assume that Fermin and Olmo are going to be in the top two, right there, right behind Lamine, Lewandowski and Rafinha, and obviously that front three.
Yes.
Tridente, you can't really go wrong with that, can you?
Yep, speaks for itself. Want to say a warm welcome to all of you in the live chat, as always. We've got Gloria, we have Messi the GOAT, 0007, we have Adam is there, Bruna, 4x4 Charlotte, we've got Breyago is there, we have George is there, Ali is there as well, Joseph Castanon is there. We've got loads of you watching us on today, guys. This is the place to be. I know you'll all have your eyes all around the globe, really, with all these games going on, but this is gonna be good. Right, let's go to the Spotify Camp Nou, where Llorenç Sarés is there ahead of, well, he'll know it, one of our biggest games of the season so far.
Good evening, Pablo. Benvinguts a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Good evening, Alex. Nice to see you again. Tot preparat per aquesta gran nit europea. Música de Rocky, motivació absoluta i una eina que avui no pot faltar a tots els que serem aquí. Auriculars, perquè hem de seguir aquesta apassionant jornada unificada amb el que es tanca la fase Lliga de la Champions. 18 games at the same time. Això vol dir futbol i gols a dojo, en un partit, en una nit molt freda, aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou, molt de vent, tot preparat, això sí. També l'ambient. Mira, el nostre operador de càmera, l'Oriol González, ja enfoca els aficionats preparats per viure i acostar-se als jugadors del Barça que avui ens han de donar aquesta alegria. A veure si se'ns animen una mica i saluden a càmera. Veiem una pancarta, Rafinha, que vol canviar la samarreta, Jo també vull canviar la samarreta. Aficionats que avui ompliran aquest Spotify Camp Nou amb 45.000 persones d'aforament, tot preparat. Ja ho veieu, fa bastant vent. No podia ser una nit tranquil·la, segur que no ho serà avui, però esperem que caigui amb molt bones notícies. De seguida, Hansi Flick i també Gerard Martín als nostres micròfons.
Llorenç, thank you very much. You just said it there. We're hearing from Hansi Flick and indeed Gerard Martin, who's got a mightily big role tonight at the heart of a defence too. So stay tuned for that, people. Alex, we were speaking a bit about the Barca team and whatnot. There are the Barca players warming up. Joan Garcia, who recently has been announced that he's won the Save of the Month for the month of January in La Liga. The wonderful, wonderful save that he made against Espanyol, the first one. I don't know if you remember the header against Perramilla, which was you were here with me. Unbelievable.
I have the reaction. I made a sticker out of my reaction from that save. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
It was an unbelievable save.
I think he'll be up for that prize literally every single month.
Yeah, you get the feeling he keeps on making them. Alex, that brings me on to my first question of the evening, and indeed a question for all of you, of course, in the members live chat. It's going to be this one. Who will be the key player for today's game? I have gone for Joan Garcia as one of the options. I just get the feeling that if Barca throw bodies forward, we may well be caught out here, and he may have some vital saves to do. I had to go Eric Garcia because I think he may well have the biggest role of the evening at the heart of that midfield. And then Fermin, a night when we need goals, a man who always gets goals, the top scorer for Barca in this season's Champions League so far with 5 goals. Is it his night?
It's an interesting question, isn't it? I think Eric Garcia, just by the fact that he has to replace Frenkie de Jong and Pedri, I think it automatically gives them probably the biggest responsibility on the pitch today overall. Yes. I think you can't really overlook Eric Garcia today and the importance that he has to keep the team together. I think he probably knows that as well. I really don't want to be him and feel that pressure because, just how key De Jong and Pedri are for the fluidity of the game. They come off the pitch and you can notice it. You notice it almost immediately. And Eric Garcia is going to be one of the key players. But I think genuinely I want to go for Fermin just because I know the motivation that Fermin has in these games, I think, is really, really obvious. He does really well in motivating himself and kind of showing up for the team and for himself. I think obviously he's probably not playing as much as he probably would like. Obviously that number 10 position on this team is a really, really big rotation. Probably the position that we rotate the most, I would probably say. And I think Fermin is really up for it. And the way that he's been playing, I think, obviously helps that confidence quite a lot. Obviously, in the last game, he was really, really important for us. So I think I'm going to give it to Fermin just because of everything that this game entails, the way that he's been performing and exactly what we need today, which is an attacking, aggressive player. And I think Fermin perfectly is that player.
I like it. Lots of replies. Gloria says Eric and Joan, we are the best. Galatasaray says Fermin. We have Bruna saying miss my goat Pedri, don't we all?
Don't we all?
Adam says Eric and Joan Garcia, and Gloria says a cameo will be Rashi from the bench. I'm in the mood for drama. I get the feeling you could have some drama.
I feel like today is only going to be drama.
Tonight's
really.
a night for drama.
Whether
that's
it's from
for sure.
us or from the Champions League in general, because today is going to be absolute chaos.
It certainly is. We're going to go through all of that in just a moment. Before that, let's hear from Hansi Flick. He spoke to Llorenç a few moments ago.
Of the league phase, how is the team before this game against Copenhagen?
I think very focused and ready for this match.
18 games at the same time. I don't know if this situation can affect the game or are you going to control the other results? Maybe for the last minutes, because if we need one more goal or to control the game, it's a strange situation. And anyway,
for everyone, but I think the best situation is that you are focused on yourself, on your team, and we have to make our work, so our job today, and then this is what I want to see from the team.
Last question. A lot of people is talking about the goal average, the difference of the goals, trying to score many goals. But you said yesterday we have to respect Copenhagen. They are also playing a lot tonight.
Of course, and they are also playing the Champions League, and Champions League is a competition with the best teams in Europe, and for me it's respect about them. Of course, we have the quality also to win today, but this is maybe the first step, and we will see what happens.
Thanks, Hansi. Good luck.
Thanks.
There you have it then, people. Words of Hansi Flick ahead of this one. I'll tell you what, now is a good time to just run you through the situation we are in tonight. Right then, so these are the standings here, people. So this is what you need to pay attention to. Arsenal and Bayern are through. Madrid, Liverpool and Spurs, well, they're not through yet. They're not away from us, but they are in a more favourable position. If they win their games, they know they're away. PSG and Newcastle, tied on points with us. They're playing each other. Watch out. Chelsea, tied on points, plus 1 goal difference more than us. Sporting, tied on points, 1 goal difference less than us. We go on to the next page. It doesn't stop here. We have Manchester City who are there too. 2 goal difference less than us. Atleti, same situation. Atalanta, well, they've got only plus 1 goal difference, so 4 less than us. So you've got, really, Alex, the big challengers. Atletico de Madrid, Manchester City, Chelsea, of course. We need to keep an eye on their result. And then whatever happens... Sporting Lisbon, they're away to Athletic Club. Yeah. And then what happens in that PSG Newcastle game too. And maybe a favour from Madrid, Liverpool or Tottenham, just to give us even more chances to get in. Alex, that brings me over to the fixtures then.
Yeah, so...
Of which there are some interesting. Try and talk us through all the amount of chaos going on here, because there's numerous games to keep our eye on. This is one page, we'll go on to the next in a minute.
Yeah, no, obviously we know that Chelsea above us, 1 goal difference. If they win, we need to be superior to them, and
correct,
we're gonna see now who they're gonna play, and then obviously Sporting under us, wasn't it?
Yes, Sporting is a big one.
Sporting is a big one as well. They need a win. Obviously, goal difference, only 1 below us. Anything can happen. Obviously, Man City, if we know that they can score a lot of goals, so I'm assuming they're gonna be really motivated for that one. So we just really need to just get our head down, get the goals in as much as we can, really, and just not concede. I think today is as much as us, we're going to be talking about it the entire game. They can't think about it because they literally don't know anything, and they know what they need to do, because it's so chaotic that you can't be like, right, we need to win today by 3 goals.
No,
like, it's literally, you have no idea how the day is going to end. You need to do as much as you can, literally, and it's till the 90 minutes are up, and every single game you don't know what's going to happen. It's exciting. For us, it's exciting. It's stressful to follow.
It is. We're going to try and do our best to keep you all updated with it all.
But for them, I'd imagine it's quite like, it's hard, isn't it? Because in this situation, no matter if you win, it might still not be enough.
Yeah, it's a weird one, yeah.
And granted, let's just make sure everybody knows also that this is for the top 8.
Correct.
Which means that we go directly to quarterfinals, isn't it?
And round of 16.
Round of 16, and we avoid playing 2 extra matches, which I think right now for us goes a long way. Yeah. So finishing that top 8 would save us 2 extra matches that we really need that rest.
Yeah.
So
you never know who you're going to play against as well, I suppose.
But yeah, let's get going. Let's see who's playing who.
Yeah,
because that's really important.
It is fascinating, isn't it? As I said, those are teams to keep your eyes on, people. Athletic Club, Sporting Lisbon, that game. Atletico de Madrid against Bodo Glimt. Certainly that one too, of course. R1 Frankfurt. Can they do us a favour? They're already out of the competition, so potentially not against Spurs. You've got the Man City Galatasaray game, the PSG Newcastle game. You have the Union Saint-Gilloise Atalanta fixture, and the Napoli Chelsea game too. Lots to keep your eyes on, and as I said, maybe a few favours above you too. I want to say, by the way, as always, guys, a massive thank you to all of you who are indeed YouTube Premium members, or just YouTube members from the basic pack. It means that you can talk with us in today's members live chat. There's loads of them, Alex, here, as you can see, and this is a good place to be. We appreciate you being here on a night where we imagine there'll be a lot of attention elsewhere, but of course if you're here today, it means you can get some good extra perks. You've been able to get good perks throughout the week too. For example, a good number of you had your questions answered by Danny Olmo in the preview yesterday. Quite special, quite exciting. And I want to ask you a question, guys. What's your mood for today in one emoji? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Are you fine? Are you...
Chat.
Alex, how are you feeling?
Someone get those nervous emojis in there. No, I think there's no other feeling, really. It's just, the thing is that it's so chaotic that you feel confident. You definitely feel confident that I think we can get 3 points 100%. It's just that the fact of not knowing that no matter what we do tonight, whether we win or not, it might not be enough, and that's kind of where it goes disappointing.
Yeah.
It's just nerve-wracking, I think, and we're going to be like that for literally the entire 90 minutes.
Yes, yeah, we could be. We very well could be. Right, we've heard from Hansi Flick. Only 50 minutes to go now, people. It's getting close to showtime. Let's hear what Gerard Martin had to say. He's starting at centre-back ahead of this one.
Doncs sí, amb un dels protagonistes que avui serà titular i que espera portar-nos aquests vuitens de final directament. Gerard Martín, bona nit.
Bona nit.
Un partit que no sé si és de calculadores com els vells temps, de transistors, haurem d'estar pendent de molts partits, però segurament el que deia Hansi Flick ahir, no? Hem de focalitzar-nos en nosaltres i intentar guanyar el Copenhagen, primer de tot.
Sí, clar, nosaltres el que hem de fer és fer la nostra feina i evidentment després hi ha resultats que poden dependre, però nosaltres fem la nostra feina.
No sé si hi haurà algun tipus de control en aquest sentit, sobretot m'imagino pels minuts finals, no? Si falta un gol o si s'ha de controlar una mica més el partit. Aquesta situació és avui un punt especial.
Bueno, segur que hi ha gent des de fora que ho està controlant una mica. Jo, per exemple, que si estic al camp és una cosa que no em fixo, que no vull saber i prefereixo jugar el partit i ja està.
Escolta, Champions, i això sempre és especial, i l'any passat ens vam quedar molt a prop de jugar a la final. Aquesta competició és especial per vosaltres. I a més, a banda d'aquesta importància, què suposaria passar directament als vuitens i estalviar-te una ronda? Pel perill i pel cansament.
No, està clar que estalviar-nos una ronda, això, per tema físic només ja tenir 2 setmanes així d'una mica més de descans amb menys partits és d'agrair amb el ritme que portem i esperem fer la nostra feina i això, tenir aquestes setmanes.
Hi ha il·lusió amb aquesta competició, Gerard?
Sí, il·lusió màxima, sí. Sempre, perquè aquí fa molts anys que no l'aconseguim i més pel fet que l'any passat vam estar a prop, o sigui que sempre és especial.
Doncs moltíssima sort avui, gràcies per acompanyar-nos, Gerard. Amb el Gerard Martín, esperem d'aquí una estoneta poder celebrar-lo i saludar-lo i dir que som tots plegats als vuitens de final de la Champions.
Jurent, thank you very much there. Speaking to Gerard Martin, certainly not long to go. You get the feeling he certainly has a big role tonight, Alex. We thought he may well play with Eric being pushed up into midfield. He's got a big role at centre-back, though, in a Barça team that's probably going to play pretty high at the pitch.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we all know that we're very susceptible to conceding. When you look at the last matches that we've played, obviously, you look at Slavia Prague and you look at their Champions League record before us. It was 3-0 in a row that they lost, and they played us and they scored 2 goals.
Yep.
We struggled on the weekend, on Sunday as well, scoring goals, creating chances. The opening few minutes of the game, it was just chaos, and really we can't afford to do that today. We can't afford to concede goals. Not lately. Probably one of my biggest critiques is that we struggle so much in scoring goals and creating chances, that the fact that we know that we concede 1 goal and all the work goes, just goes out the window, really. If we're, taking 20 minutes to score 1 goal, if they score 1 immediately, then, we don't have another 20 minutes to score another goal. So hopefully today, our defensive line is going to be just as important as our attack. We need that goal. We need that clean sheet today as much as we can. And obviously Copenhagen are playing for something as well.
Yes.
They're going to be going all out. Hopefully that benefits us, and they leave a lot of spaces in behind that we can attack, and, benefits us when we know that. But at the same time, they are playing for something. They're not out, they're not completely out yet. They need to score, and they know that as well. And they know exactly that we're going to be coming out full guns blazing. So I think, Cubarsí and Gerard Martin really have to be on one alongside Joan Garcia. I feel like a lot of the time it's going to be them 3 defending.
Yep.
Because I feel like, Jules Koundé and Alejandro Valde are going to want to push forward. I'm assuming Hansi Flick is going to want that from them to kind of create the overlapping spaces there with Lamine and Rafinha. So I think Gerard Martin overall is going to be, really keen for this game, and hopefully it goes well.
Yep, hopefully, certainly. So it's all happening today, because just a few moments ago, also at the Spotify Camp Nou, the general director of FC Barcelona, Manel Del Rio, stopped by. He spoke to Llorenç Torres. Let's hear what he had to say.
Doncs sí, a la prèvia d'aquest partit ens acompanya el senyor Manel Del Rio, el director general del Futbol Club Barcelona. Aquí aprofitarem per fer-li algunes preguntes d'actualitat, perquè avui és una nit de Champions i de seguida parlem de l'estadi i efectivament de tots els comicis electorals que ens venen, però abans que res una nit de futbol, senyor Del Rio, i avui hi ha nervis, com a tots culers. Com està?
Estem nerviosos, estem il·lusionats i estem amb ganes de que aquest dia passi i que puguem tenir un bon resultat i que evidentment aquesta festa del futbol sigui bona pel Barça, no? I que puguem classificar-nos per aquests vuitens, que serà molt bo pel club i evidentment donarà una tranquil·litat que tots volem tenir, no? Sense baixar la tensió que evidentment sempre tenim.
Juguem a l'estadi, tornem a ser casa, hem viscut molts partits seguits fora i ara el segon consecutiu aquí a l'estadi. Deixem demanar-li una valoració d'aquests primers partits, d'aquests primers mesos amb el nou Spotify Camp Nou. Com està anant la tornada a casa?
Doncs estem molt contents, és una cosa que és evident, tornar a casa sempre és un fet superpositiu per al que genera el soci, per al qual s'està fent aquest estadi i sobretot per l'operativa i per el que genera el propi ambient i aquesta festa del futbol. Evidentment, ticketing a part, aquesta feina i logísticament és complexa perquè evidentment estem en un progrés de construir un estadi, això no ens hem d'oblidar encara perquè evidentment hi ha certes complicacions, però òbviament doncs estem contentíssims de la rebuda que s'està tenint per part del soci, de l'evolució i sobretot de l'operativa que creiem que és molt positiva i esperem i desitgem que aquest estadi vagi adherint nova capacitat i que el soci pugui tornar a casa seva i estar el còmode més possible, que és el que aquesta Junta vol.
Òbviament, allà al fons tenim encara aquesta zona que no podem obrir, ens falta la llicència UC. La sensació des de la gespa, des d'aquí, és que està a punt. No sé com està, en quin procés i quan podrem tenir aquesta llicència per ser 65.000 culers al proper partit, o els propers.
Evidentment, els nostres tècnics, els nostres especialistes, el Joan Centelles i tot el que és Espais Barça garanteix al final l'essencial d'aquesta llicència, que és la seguretat. Nosaltres considerem que aquesta feina s'ha fet i que ara mateix estem amb tràmits amb l'Ajuntament i esperem i desitgem que aquest permís pugui ser garantit en els pròxims dies per tal que els socis puguin tornar en aquesta zona que, com veus, està ara buida i que esperem tots i desitgem estigui operativa el més aviat possible.
Deixi'm fer-li una última pregunta abans que ens posem tots plegats a ballar perquè ens han posat l'altaveu aquí molt a prop. Senyor Del Río, com a veu neutra, li vull preguntar per aquests comicis del 15 de març. Què li sembla, valoració des de la seva posició i també de la data que s'ha triat?
Doncs, des d'un punt de vista executiu, al final la nostra estratègia segueix sent exactament la mateixa. Celebrem aquesta festa de la democràcia, que és el que d'alguna manera defineix aquest club que tots ens estimem, que la gent voti i decideixi i a partir d'aquí a seguir treballant exactament igual que ho fèiem, amb el mateix esforç i en el moment que els socis decideixin A o B, nosaltres estarem a la seva disposició per tal de posar aquestes coses que vulguin implementar com a executius del club que som.
La última, desitgem, i avui sembla que no plourà. El que va passar l'altre dia contra l'Oviedo, òbviament, és una inclemència inesperada i excessiva. Però, òbviament, vostè ho deia, encara hi ha coses a corregir i a millorar en els propers mesos.
No, totalment d'acord. Evidentment, la inclemència i el temps és una cosa que em disculparàs, però no podem controlar de moment, que no puguem fer, però és una evolució, és un estadi en construcció que, evidentment, té aquest progrés i el que espera i desitja és tenir aquesta cobertura quan abans millor per tal que inclemències com la que va passar el diumenge ens permetin a tots estar coberts de coses com la pluja, que és, tot i vivint a Barcelona poc comú, es poden donar situacions i, evidentment, no són agradables, però l'important és que guanyem, l'important és que juguem i que, sobretot, en aquestes eleccions celebrem la democràcia i fem tots el que volem d'aquest club, que sigui el més gran del món.
Perdoni, si me'n permet una més. El dia 15, el dia dels comicis de les eleccions, la idea del club és l'estadi pot acollir un dia d'eleccions en dia de partit o es preferirà que sigui dissabte el partit contra el Sevilla, diumenge el dia de les eleccions?
És una cosa que ara el cos executiu encara no ens han comunicat. Jo entenc que es prendrà la decisió que sigui més òptima i, evidentment, en base als estatuts del club, que és el que hem de fer.
Gràcies i que gaudeixi de la nit de futbol. Amb el senyor Manel Del Río, el director general del club, que ens acompanya. Un agraïment molt fort al company disjockey que ens està posant la música per animar-nos, perquè avui és una nit de passar-ho bé i esperem celebrar molts gols del Barça.
Thank you very much. Update there from Barca's general director, Manel Del Rio, there, speaking about if Barca can get the 1C license that would make our stadium up to 60,000 plus spectators, which we're currently not at. That's the 1C license for the Gol Nord section. Also speaking about the date of elections, the 15th of March, and the celebration of democracy. There was the question about whether that game versus Sevilla would affect whether it would be played on the same or on the next day. That's something that still needs to be defined. Now, Alex, I've realised with 5 minutes to go, we haven't actually run over the Copenhagen lineup. So let's quickly do that. This is you said it, a side still very much playing for something in this competition. They're currently 26th. You need to finish inside the top 24 teams if you want to play in the playoffs. So they know they need to, maybe win this one. This is saying maybe a back five. Let's see how they set up, whether it'll be a team who comes for us or not. again, like Slavia, their regular season has actually paused. They haven't played a domestic game since the start of December. They have, though, picked up 7 points out of possible 9 in their last 3 Champions League games. So a team on the rise, 5th in their league. So not having the best season domestically, but they'll be well up for this tonight, Alex. And like us, they want the 3 points.
Yeah, no, as you mentioned, Pablo, I think what's important is their Champions League records. And, 7 points out of 9 is quite good. And yeah, they have something to play for. It's not all done for them. It's a big task to play against us. I feel like they probably knew that looking at the schedule, but they have no reason why not to go all in. I think, a lot of the teams that we play against, that you look at them and they're quote unquote underdogs.
Yep.
They literally have nothing to lose. So they have, Copenhagen have nothing to lose tonight. If they make it, they make it. If they don't, they know that we were the better team. I think it's as easy as that. But they have nothing to lose, so I feel like they are probably going to go for it. Obviously, a back 5 is easier to defend against us, but at the same time, it's a good, it's a defensive lineup, but also it's an attacking lineup. I think a lot of people forget that when they see a back 5. Obviously, Lopez and Melling there can go as wing backs and aids their attack and create a lot of spaces down the wing. So you look at it in this defensive lineup, and I'm assuming they're probably going to sit back in that 5-3, really, maybe a 5-4 when they're defending us. We've seen that a lot of times with other teams. They sit back in a 5-4 and they have a lone striker up top for those outs when they win the ball back. But again, at the same time, they do need to score, and they know that. So I feel like those wing backs are going to be really, really key for them tonight.
Yeah, they've got Larson there playing. He's actually Henrik Larsson's son is Jordan Larson there, so watch out for him. Elianussi's got 5 goals in the league this season. Victor Gaddison is an exciting young player. So watch out for Copenhagen. You YouTube members, how are the nerves right now, guys? How are the nerves?
Are you nervous,
Because
Pablo?
the players go onto the pitch.
Are you nervous?
I am nervous. Let's go to game commentary. And so here we go. How are the nerves, Coolers? It's Barça versus Copenhagen in Matchday 8 of the league phase of the Champions League. Barça know they need to win. Ideally, they need to win big if they want to be amongst the top 8 teams and gain direct passage to the round of 16. Europe is watching. 18 games at the same time for Barça. There's a good 6, 7, 8, 9 games that we're keeping our eyes on, apart from this one at the Spotify Camp Nou, which, Alex, should be quite good. Copenhagen still have something to play for themselves, and Barça hungry for not just 3 points, but also for goals tonight. Here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a chaotic 90 minutes ahead of us, Pablo. I think it's going to be so important. Everything, literally every single detail that we do tonight on the pitch is going to be key. Obviously, we know that we need to score as many goals as possible. 3 points isn't enough tonight. And obviously, already getting 3 points is a big ask. And on top of that, you need to add scoring as many goals as possible, especially against a team who still has a lot to play for. They're not going to make it easy for us at all. We've seen us struggle quite a lot lately, especially creating those goal chances, scoring those goals. So I'd be quite curious to see how the team comes out today, what Hansi Flick has told the players in terms of studying Copenhagen. Obviously they're playing with the back 5, a 5-3-2 is how it's set up on the graphics, but at the same time again that can easily be changed to an attacking formation, which I'm assuming that's why Copenhagen went for that formation. But again, we have everything to play for, they have everything to play for, and I think today is going to be chaotic, to say the least, in Camp Nou tonight, but also across the board in the Champions League all over Europe.
Yeah, it's one of those nights that we wanted to return to the Spotify Camp Nou for, isn't it? There's Jordan Niestrup, young coach of Copenhagen. But here is the Barca team then. Joan Garcia gets the nod in goal. Gerard Martin is the standout name. He plays at centre-back. That's mainly due to Barca's absences in midfield. De Jong suspended and Pedri's injured. Suede Garcia's got a mightily important role. Expect either Olmo or Fermin to play, maybe alongside him. And then you've got Rafinha, Lamine Yamal and Robert Lewandowski across the front 3 for Barca. There is risk of suspension for Marc Casador, Gerard Martin and Fermin Lopez, but 2 of those are in the starting lineup anyway. No chance to play any games here for Hansi Flick tonight. He had to go strong. Ferran Torres has received the medical green light. He is on the bench. So Rafinha will captain Barca for this one, as we see a packed Spotify Camp Nou ground, as you'd expect for this one. Benoit Bastien is the referee. He's from France, experienced referee in this competition. Barca have decided to stick with their end, I believe, for this one. All eyes are on it, of course. The goal difference for Barca is of +5. We've got teams around us on either one more or a few less. Here's how Copenhagen line up then. Big decisions had to be made here. They're missing Delaney in midfield, which certainly is a big loss. Back 4, back 5. Well, we'll have to wait and see. UEFA have gone back 4. This is what they've lined up with. Certainly watch out for Larsen. Scored a few goals already this season. Son of Hendrik Larsen is Jordan. And up front, Dadason, there he is. Just 17 years old, born in 2008. Already scored twice in this season's Champions League. So a young coach in Nistrup goes for this team tonight. Alex, the nerves are building. It's nearly time to kick off. Here we go.
I think we all know what's happening. The stadium knows what's happening. There's a lot of wind today on the pitch. It is cold night. We see Rafinha there with the gloves, long sleeve. It's windy, it's cold. Hopefully it doesn't slow down the game as much. We know that the cold doesn't work in our favour a lot of the time. But no, I think hopefully the crowd today in Camp Nou know exactly what they need to do and motivate the team, because I think now is when we need them the most. And hopefully, they understand that, and we can feed off the energy in the stadium. But here we go, kickoff is happened. I'm nervous. I feel like every second that passes by, I'm just gonna slowly sink into my chair and just cease to exist.
I get the feeling sometimes in these sorts of games, Alex, Barça will do well to just focus on getting the win. I think it happened a little bit in the Slavia game that all the talk was of how many can Barça score, how many can they score. That should be offside, by the way. Larsen is indeed in behind here. 30 seconds played. You wouldn't expect this to end in anything, and the flag now does go up. The point I was making, there's so much talk about how many goals can Barça get. I think sometimes you often forget to just do the basics well. We saw that a little bit in Slavia last week. I really do. Miles offside, wasn't it?
I don't know why the lino has to wait for that, because it's not even close. Granted, I do understand when the linos wait when it's really tight and they let the play go on, whether because it can be a goal scoring opportunity. That I understand, but when it's literally over a metre offsides, just call it.
Yep, certainly
I don't really understand the logic of that. I do understand the logic when it's close and you want to, be sure of that. I do respect that, but this is just, I just find it ridiculous. It's an extra sprint that the players really don't need, especially at the start of the game. So, but what was the question?
About Alex was ranting about her own.
I was ranting about it because it's frustrating. It's an extra sprint that you really don't
it's silly.
need.
It's silly, and it was an obvious one. I was saying that on games like these, when there's lots of talk about how many goals can you get, it feels like in that Slavia game, remember we forgot to do a lot of our basics right, and you were like, no, you actually got to win the game first before thinking about how many you can score. I know Barça will be tempted to think, God, if a City or an Atleti, if they win big tonight, or a Sporting Lisbon, even a 2-0 win might not do it for us, if other results don't go our way. But you suppose you've got to play with the mentality of, no, this is a game like any other. Let's get a win. Of course, ideally a big one, but do our things, do our job, do our basics.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think we saw it against Slavia Prague. We really did struggle just for the 3 points. And in no moment could we have focused on the goal difference really at all. We really struggled in that game. It was disappointing really, because again we did know that the goal difference was so important, and obviously it would have helped us so much today to have a better goal difference than we have now. And we know that. Watch Fermin.
Yeah, it's a nice ball, wasn't it? Over to Lamine Yamal. He's standing on his man. Lamine, deflection on it. It's going to be easy for the goalkeeper to gobble it up.
Yeah, it looks like there's a double team in on Lamine Yamal tonight. It seems like it. He actually had 3 players around him, but I really doubt that throughout the entire match he's always going to have 3 players around him. But I'm assuming that Lamine Yamal is going to be double teamed tonight, as we see in a lot of matches. But again, I think he does understand that what exactly that means. That means that someone's free. If Jules Koundé is coming up, you have an extra player overlapping in a lot of space. You obviously have Fermin and Dani Olmo in the middle making those runs. Eric Garcia, even we've seen him go really high up the pitch, is an option as well. So hopefully we can take advantage of that.
Interesting early on, it looks like Olmo's the one who's sat a little bit deeper, doesn't it? With Eric Garcia in that controlling role, and if Fermin will go on. Olmo was asked about that in yesterday's press conference, and early on, those are the indications, aren't they? Olmo more in that sort of Pedri role, Fermin in the number 10. Alex, I'll pull up our predictions for this one quickly. Both me and Llorens have gone for a 3-0 here, a 3-0 that I suppose we hope would be enough to get the job done.
Hopeful.
You went big.
I went really hopeful. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping. I'm not saying that's actually what I think is going to happen. Just a little giveaway.
Oh, that's a
there.
super ball on the back too. Chance early on, and the opening goal of the game goes to the Danish side. Just like that, it's the 17-year-old who strikes, and the worst possible start for Barça. Well, it's come to life here. Barça 0, Copenhagen 1 within 4 minutes. It's Victor Danielsson who's got it.
Literally one pass and they're in. That I don't think that was offside. I don't know if you agree.
No, I agree. Super pass, super run.
I genuinely don't think that was offside. The pass was brilliant. Perfectly weighted pass. We lost it in the midfield. No.
Is this toe? I don't think so, Alex. I don't think so. It might well be tight.
If anything, it's literally his toe, but he was literally on line with Gerard Martin and Cubarsí. Brilliant finish. Joan Garcia did brilliant to come out and make the goal as small as possible, but that 1v1, keepers usually end up losing that position. But no, it was a brilliant ball through. We lost it in the middle. I do have to say that Eric Garcia, I think, has started the game a bit slow. He tried, regaining possession there. It was a bit of a loss from him. A bit of pressure, maybe. Do you think that he's feeling, in that position? But yeah,
it stands.
Literally, in the opening 5 minutes, we're already goal down.
Yeah.
I'm not shocked. If I'm being completely honest, we did. We're not a team to start strongly in the last few matches. I think
a lot of comebacks.
We've been struggling. Yeah, we've been struggling quite a lot, but we know we're a comeback team.
Yeah.
Your prediction's out the window.
It is.
Llorentz's
Bang.
prediction
Yeah,
out the window. Mine's still alive.
Yeah, lots of 5-1 incomings in the chat right now.
We all know that I never get my predictions, but hopefully at
Tonight
least
would be a night,
a 4-1, a 4-1, a 5-1 would be absolutely great. I think it is just a matter of kind of settling in. I think obviously we know that we really needed Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in this game.
Yeah,
it's really, really obvious. I think that they're missing because right now we're struggling to kind of move the ball forward really efficiently through the midfield.
Well, it was a giveaway, wasn't it, from Barça? It was a loose pass in midfield, and well, you've got to give credit to Copenhagen, who right now, guys, have fired themselves into.
No, that genuinely, that pass was brilliant. That pass was absolutely brilliant. It was in behind the defenders. And I think the wet pitch helped a bit because it slowed down the pass.
Some run this from Rafinha.
Venga.
He's gone blasting through a few players. He's finding Koundé. Now Lamine Yamal. Players queuing up in the middle for Barça. Lamine, he might not need them. Lamine Yamal thought about it. Now goes for it. Blocked away. Yeah. Well, what this first goal from Copenhagen will do is really open this game up. It's going to make sure that Barça are going to go all-out attack pretty early on here, aren't they? And yeah, you said it, the absence of Pedri and De Jong is huge in midfield, but can the likes of Olmo and Fermin do the job? Lamine once more then for Barça. Tries to find a gap, wasn't really there, cleared.
Yeah, no, and we can confirm that Copenhagen going to back five in the defending. I think it's Thusuki who drops in from the midfield to create that back five. And they're defending again, as I said in the preview, it's a 5-4-1 kind of defensive formation for Copenhagen. We've seen that quite a lot of times when other teams defend against us. It's double teaming Lamine Yamal, dropping really, really deep into the box, and we've struggled against this formation. If I'm being honest, that's probably why. Oh,
that's a decent delivery though, and Lewandowski was lurking, wasn't he, off of Lamine Yamal's cross? It was a really good idea.
Yeah, really, really good idea there. Just went short, and the keeper got onto it really well.
Frantic start this early on, isn't it, though? 7.5 minutes. We maybe expected that, but it is the worst possible way for us to start conceding that goal. It really is. I mean, talk about the importance of goal difference tonight, Alex. You go behind immediately, don't you? And not what Barça needed anyway. Here comes Lamine. There's the cross. Did it hit off his hand?
No, it was really close to his body. I don't think that's ever going to be called, really.
No, there you go. Nothing doing, says the referee.
No, I don't think. No, it hit his arm, but it was close to his body. No, I genuinely don't think that's a handball at all. No, I think we've actually reacted well. We've been controlling the pace. The players have kind of switched on, and they're still complaining for that handball. But I don't think.
Don't think be too close to his body. The goals have started to fly in around the grounds. We're 1-0 down here. See. PSG are 1-0 up against Newcastle. Sporting Lisbon have also gone behind, which I suppose is some solace for us, if you like. There, so Sporting, who of course were in the exact same scenario as us, same point, same goal difference. They've also gone behind that time to Athletic Club. So it's all happening around the grounds. There's Fermin trying to win this one back. I mean, it's a test, isn't it, now for Barça, isn't it, Alex? I mean, a team who are accustomed to comebacks, Hansi Flick's side, That slick finish from Davison right now is meaning they're going to have to come back here. Was it Koundé? Just a little bit loose on the pass, wasn't it? Edic couldn't get it.
No.
That's a gorgeous ball, isn't it, though? And Larsson's pass, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant goal. It was genuinely a brilliant goal. It was a bad pass from Jules Koundé. Eric Garcia, bad touch. He tried to go for the touch. It went right under him. Just poor. I think it was more, I have to say, I think it was more Eric Garcia than Jules Koundé, but I think, again, we've seen, I think Eric Garcia has struggled a bit to kind of get into the rhythm of the role that he has to play tonight. It is a big role. Again, I think anybody in that position would be kind of nervous. Well, Dani Olmo, that's a foul, definitely. But we've seen Eric Garcia in this role. It's not that he can't do it.
No.
I think today is just a lot of pressure.
It's usually alongside a Pedri or a De Jong, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a lot of pressure to kind of give that role to himself, because usually it is true that Frenkie or Pedri push up a bit higher than him. Obviously, Dani Olmo and Fermin give you a lot more attacking.
Exactly. They're both number 10s, really, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a bit different. Hopefully, we can settle in. But I think right after that goal, really, we've been doing well to try to control the match and be a lot safer with their passes. Oi!
That was a nice turn. That's an awful back pass. Lewandowski's in. Oh, he usually scores from there, doesn't he? Massive save from the keeper, but Lewandowski, point blank range, should have scored. Huge error at the back for Copenhagen. I think we were just waiting for the net to bulge, if I'm being honest with you. It's got the feel of a real Champions League night here, doesn't it? Barca relentless. They've taken the corner short. Koundé now.
I don't know how Lewandowski didn't score that.
Me neither, Alex. I really don't.
It was a brilliant pass into Rafinha. Just went short, and Lewandowski read it really well. The ball's rolling really slow. I don't know if you've noticed that pass as well. The pass from Larsson for the Copenhagen goal. The ball rolled really slowly.
This is nice, isn't it? Rafinha. Eric Garcia deflection. Vital save by the goalkeeper. Rampantness now, isn't it, at the Spotify Camp Nou? Barca really starting to up the ante here. And Copenhagen forced into some last-ditch defending, not once but twice in the space of a few minutes. Oh, good, isn't it? Good save. Back on his feet quickly. Denied Eric after the Lewandowski chance earlier too.
Yeah, I think we need to score right now, really take advantage of this momentum that we have going. We've had really 2 clear chances.
Almost delivery. That's going to be another corner, is it? No, it's been kept in play.
Yeah.
An equaliser
I think we need it right
now.
We need it right now. I think the momentum that we have right now is we can't waste it.
Yeah, it's good.
I think if we don't score from this momentum, I think it's going to really deflate us. Go, Dani.
They're playing good football here. Barca, Olmo, deflection corner. It's really rampant.
Go on.
Really high intense. Really high tempo play this from Barca.
Yeah. Look at the crowd. The crowd is getting going. It's fired up.
Look at the wind as well, Alex.
Yeah, no, the wind is really cold. Today, I have to say, in Barcelona, the day was actually really lovely, but now that the sun's gone, it is really cold.
There's the corner to the back post. Edic's waiting. Koubarsi's retrieving. Olmo with a strike. I think that's going to be offside if Edic touches it. So, and it's been given as a foul in the end by Dani Olmo. So a few minutes of relentless attacking pressure there from Barca. Well, Copenhagen have just about survived it for now. What I will say the positive is when we come forward, boy, do we look threatening. This is the Lewandowski chance. Terrible back pass.
That was a back pass. Yeah. I didn't see that little touch there. I thought it was the ball that slowed down. Yeah,
Doesn't really get it either side of the keeper, though, does he, Lewandowski? No. It's quite central, the shot.
Yeah, no, I have to say that was really poor finish from Lewandowski. When you look at the other side of it, Copenhagen got their 1v1 against the keeper, and they smashed it in the back of the net. You would expect that Lewandowski would have been able to do the same. Unfortunately, not. But no, I think we need to score right now. I think, again, if we have this momentum and we don't score, I think it's going to really deflate our confidence. We've seen it a lot of times, before. Just it happens naturally when you're doing so well and you don't, score. It's frustrating. It's frustrating for the players. It's frustrating for everyone. I think the tension around the game, especially when you're home, you feel the crowds. When the crowd is frustrated, you feel it. You hear it. And obviously right now the crowd is going to be really disappointed that we conceded so early on. Yep,
the crowd definitely seem up for it tonight, don't they? It's an aggressive Barca crowd this evening. Certainly after that first goal has got in, you can feel maybe a few nerves, but when Barca come forward, they will certainly just get to its feet. Now Fermin Lopez. Switch was good, wasn't it? Can it find Olmo?
Yes, it can.
Oh, brilliant first touch from Olmo. Here's Balde, and he's played it in towards Rafinha. Wasn't a great ball through to him though, really. And in the end, easy for the keeper to come and gobble it up.
Our passes are so bad. our last minute passes. It's been like that for how many times have I said this now, Pablo? Our last pass into the box, just we're not getting those in. We do everything right to get into those positions. We do everything correct. And we do it really in style, to say the least. But those last crosses in the box, really, really poor. We can't. I mean, again, if we keep this momentum up and we're just not able to capitalize on it, how many times can we keep up this energy? How long can we keep up? Copenhagen not conceding, us having possession.
Well,
what a pass!
Relentless, really, from Barca. What a ball from Lewandowski. Rafinha cut back inside. Maybe should have let fly on his left foot. Corner, just nicking back in there the Danish defence, and in the end, well, they survive. It's relentless for now from Barca, isn't it? That's the ball from Lewandowski.
Oh, what a pass from Lewandowski! I have to say, wow. Wow. What a pass from Lewandowski. Left for Rafinha in there. He had two defenders around him and plus the keeper. Obviously, he had to, manoeuvre the ball just a little bit and the defender did well to close him down. Let's see if we can get something from this corner.
Almost delivery. Bit of a mess in there. Lewandowski's in. And in the end, 2 gloves on the ball there. 50 minutes in, several Barca chances after the Copenhagen opener. It's been a good response from Hansi Flick's side, but they still need a goal. Lots of nervousness in the members' live chat because other results aren't really going our way right now. But all I'll say is that this is a Barca team playing with a lot of intensity in their game right now. We've got some defending to do here now, however. Larson pulls it back. It's not a great pullback, though. It's a clever little ball in the back. It's intercepted. And Fermin can take it the other way. Was he fouled? Yes, says the referee. Yeah.
The intensity is there, I have to say. I do like that from us. I have to say that since Copenhagen have scored, we've turned it up a gear.
Yep.
Everyone's going full speed, full sprint. Everyone's, the first touch on the ball is going to attack. We're not trying to keep possession for longer than we need. We're really trying to make those balls go forward as fast as possible and try to make those passes. Again, that chance from Lewandowski was key. That pass from Lewandowski into Rafinha was amazing. Again, just the final third lets us down. I think it was Gerard Martin there, really brilliant ball into Rafinha, just trying to get into space. We're doing everything right. It's just the final pass, the final shot is where we're failing. And again, that was probably one of my biggest worries coming into tonight is knowing the fact that we've struggled with that so much. And you put that together with the fact that we feel a lot of pressure to have to score a lot, and it's safe to say that you don't feel as confident knowing that we can score that much. We definitely can because we've seen it before, and I think once we get going on a really good day, there's no stopping us, and we can score 5 goals.
Yep.
Just 5.
Barca, they've already scored an awful lot of goals this season in Europe. Barca,
and we
teams have scored more,
and we have the players for that. But when you look at our records, probably within the last month or two, we really have struggled to keep those high-scoring games going.
He's on the ball now. Eric Garcia wide for Koundé. He's got Lamine Yamal in support. Here is the Barca number 10. There's Koundé on the overlap. Lamine cuts inside. Thinks about it. It's been lively so far. The 18-year-old. Now Olmo and Fermin linking up nicely. Not often we get to see those two together. The Barca crowd encouraging their team. City are winning. Liverpool, PSG, Atleti are winning. Sporting Lisbon are drawing again. There's a lot of teams around Barca winning. Barca behind for now. Here's Lamine. Eric. Oh, a bit too ambitious on his pass towards Koundé there. And it just goes behind for a goal kick. I suppose Hansi Flick has to instill a bit of calm over his team right now, doesn't he? It's early on in the game, only 1-0 down. Not the start that he would have wanted, of course, but so much football left to be played. So much can still happen and ebb and flow over this evening. Despite the fact that right now, almost every result isn't going our way.
Go.
Around the grounds. Copenhagen playing themselves into an awful mess there. Corner, They do look nervy at the back, Alex, is what I'd say about Copenhagen. They don't look secure.
I think that's another really bad pass from Suzuki there. Suzuki was the one that made the bad back pass that had the Lewandowski chance. He really got nervous there from the press, just drilled the pass into his defender. His defender couldn't take control. I mean, let's see if we can get something out.
Rafinha's corner. There's the header of the back post. It was a little bit overbait from the Brazilian, and in the end, Barça unable to get proper connection on his header.
At least we're seeing a clear game of play there from corner kicks. Rafinha's going second post for the header back into the front of goal. And I think now Copenhagen won't take the chance to play out the back again. I don't really know what's happening now.
I think the referee's saying no more time wasting.
Yeah, I think so.
Early
Copenhagen not taking any chance there, trying to play out the back. It's a goal kick straight through. I have to say, Copenhagen keeper has a really good kick. He's going straight for his striker, going to our defenders. We just need to be careful with those because, you know, one bad touch, one bad header, and they're in on goal right away.
Here comes Lamine again. There's one of those outside of the boot balls. It's not been able to penetrate the back line just yet. Here comes Olmo then. Balde's providing support on the overlap. Alejandro Balde dropped off to Dani Olmo once more. Looks up, sprays the pass wide. It's Lamine. Lots of possession early on for him. Barca finding whenever they can. Leaves it for Koundé.
I just think we need to be
sharper. Oh, that was nice, wasn't it? Koundé. Pull back, deflection. Lewandowski was waiting, couldn't find him. Another Barca corner. That was sharp now, Alex.
It's not enough, problem. Ball's not in the back of the net, it's not enough.
20 minutes played. Barca corner. I've had so many of these early on. This is the 6th of the evening already for Barca. Rafinha gives the signal. Today wearing the armband. In it goes. Important at the front post. It's going to fall to Olmo. That's who we wanted to fall to. Olmo. Left foot to the back post. And he goes behind for a goal kick.
First time. Oh, go on. Oh.
And well, there you go.
Oh, that's out.
Copenhagen. What you would say is they've barely kept the ball since the goal, Copenhagen, haven't they?
Yeah, but we've not. I mean, it's been 15 minutes since they've scored. And again, what I said earlier, you know, if we're taking 15, 20 minutes to score a goal, we don't have time for that. We just genuinely don't have time for that. And that's the I think that's what worries me the most from today, is that we struggled so much just to find one goal, in the fact that we need many goals tonight.
Yep.
It's
going to be a very interesting evening, isn't it? You get the feeling so much can change. That's a brilliant bursting run. I think it was Marcos Lopez who made it. Joan Garcia's got to get that. He does get it. Got it really well too. Vital intervention by Barca's goalkeeper. Had to go off his line and did. Everyone's winning.
Lovely.
Liverpool are winning. PSG are winning. Chelsea are winning. Man City are winning. And Atletico de Madrid are winning.
Lovely.
Barca right now are in 14th, but calma.
Aye.
This one back to the goalkeeper. Lots of panic in the chat, people. I'd say that this is a long evening, would be my advice to all of you. And the important thing is how this looks at the end of the night, not in the first 20 minutes. And I back Barca to make a comeback here.
The calm man trying to calm the chaos down.
In short, yeah, but it's true.
It's like a bucket. You have like a bucket in a big house fire. That's what it seems like.
It's true though, honestly. Like, these people think like someone goes 1-up and you're like, we're out. It's like,
yeah, no, not yet. I mean, we still have 70 minutes left to play, and so does everybody else. We all know football can change from 1 minute to another. So right now, let's just focus on us, because we have plenty to focus on without having to worry about anybody else right now.
Yeah, we do. Loose pass there though from Olmo, not great in midfield. Now Copenhagen can bring things forward. That's a bit loose from themselves though. Easy for Gerard Martin. Couldn't really direct his header to anyone though in Barca red and blue. So it'll be the Danish side that come again with Larsen, who's looked bright so far. Lopez all the way back to the goalkeeper. Played a few risky passes out from the back so far. Copenhagen again. Gerard Martin in the air. Fermin tries to win that back. Oh, nice cutting pass there this time again. And the switch was pretty swift too. Good football this from the away team.
Yeah, I have to say, whenever they get the ball, their second pass going forward is really good. They secure possession really well going forwards.
Olmo there, penalised. Yeah. He's not quite sure what for.
Yeah, he needs to be careful because the ref has blown about 3 fouls on him so far. I'm not saying that they were fouls. This was a foul. He was in really late. He said he got the ball, and he was nowhere near the ball. But Dani Olmo needs to be careful. I think the ref is keeping an eye on him so far. But yeah, no, it's just. I mean, for how much longer can we say we need to keep up this momentum?
Yeah, I hear your point when we had that really good spell after the goal, didn't we? And it looked relentless. It looked like a matter of time. I think Copenhagen just weathered that storm, and since then they've been able to calm things down. There's the strike. Vital block from Eddie Garcia, wasn't it? I'm not sure why. I thought it was maybe a hand. It wasn't. It was with a boot.
No, it was
the block.
What, Eddie
Was it
Garcia's
a head? Was it a header?
It was literally all his
Ow.
face. Yeah, he shook that off really quickly.
I was going to say, yeah, well.
I do want to
thought I had
see
the
him
boot on.
maybe. No, it hit his face, full face.
Maybe his mask.
Yeah, mask and everything.
Here come the Danes once more. Oh, there's the run in behind. Didn't use it. Now the switch. Far side. That could be a bit too far. It is indeed.
How's everyone else?
Still the same as from a few moments ago, Alex. Still the same. Sporting are drawing. Newcastle are losing. Other than that, I mean, Newcastle are losing to PSG, though, obviously. Other than that, you've got Chelsea, City, Atleti, Liverpool, PSG, of course, all winning their games. So teams around Barca have started well, bar Sporting.
Embarrassed.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. 25 minutes played. Work to do at the Spotify Camp Nou for Barca. Here's Koundé. Now Fermin. Eric. And he drives forward. Gerard Martin. Cutting pass. Oh, nice from Rafinha. But Olmo went backwards.
I don't really like that. It's again, we said it. I said it. It was that deflating feeling when you have so much good momentum.
How about this from Lamine?
No.
Couldn't quite get the final ball through. Lovely skill from him, but they couldn't get the pass. Now comes Elianusi. Nice from Gerard Martin. Intervention was good. Rafinha with a crunching tackle. Felt as though he was caught. Barca have won it back. Fermin can't believe it. Rafinha's still down here. Bit scrappy, wasn't it? Flick can't believe that.
I can't believe it either. I don't think Fermin's...
Oh, Eric certainly caught Suzuki there, didn't he? But it was this one.
That wasn't a foul. No, it was Fermin.
Yeah, well, that's the one that Rafinha's claiming he was caught on.
I think it was just you do tackle against everyone. There's always a chance of collision, a chance of coming on the wrong end of it. And luckily Rafinha's up and fine. But again, you know, it's been 20 minutes since they scored, over 20 minutes, and we've still not done anything.
Set piece here for Copenhagen.
Yeah, it's just not ideal, is it? The match is, you know, only less than half an hour in, and it's already starting to get scrappy on behalf of Copenhagen.
There you go, first yellow card there for time wasting to the away team. He warned, didn't he, the referee, and this time he does indeed brandish the first booking of the evening. They've been warned.
Yeah, no, I think rightfully so. I think the refs did really well there to get the game kind of in handle. In check, because, you know, if Copenhagen, this is a really good result for Copenhagen, obviously. Yes. They're going to time waste as much as they can, especially when they know that we're knocking on the door to score our first goal. The referee did really well there to get them under control and take out that yellow card for time wasting early on.
Decent ball that by Lopez, who is the one who has gone into the book, although the effort at the back post has gone all the way over the top of the crossbar. How a goal before half-time would change the complexion of things.
Ball.
For Barca. There's the switch. Vital header. In the end, again, it's a bit messy in midfield, but it's Copenhagen who come away with things. Koundé will do well to bring that down. He does. Now Lamine. Lamine's looked in the mood so far this evening. There he goes again, Lamine. Now Fermin Lopez looks up, thinks about it. Still Fermin. Olmo. Balde. This is Olmo once more.
His passes aren't good enough.
Eric Garcia. Koundé. Lamine Yamal. Now Koundé once more. Copenhagen really sat in that block, haven't they now? Making it hard for Barca to break through them. Gerard Martin. Rafinha. It feels like they've pretty much set up that wall when they're not budging right now, Copenhagen.
No, yeah, they're sitting back in a 5-4-1.
Yeah.
Double teaming Lamine Yamal. We're not really taking advantage of the spaces there.
There we go. There's the ball from Lamine. Now Koundé. Solid defending, isn't it? Very good, yeah.
That's bad from Koundé there. I don't think he had every opportunity to get to the end of that ball. I don't really know what happened. Again, just final third, we're not good enough. It's as simple as that, really. You look at all the opportunities that we had, all the passes, all these little plays. We're not good enough right now for what we need, for the standards that we need right now. Hopefully, at least before the half now, we're already thinking of that, which is a bit disappointing when you think about the fact that we have to think about hopefully in the half, we're going to go up with an advantage.
Yeah.
It's not really something that you wanted to be thinking about.
No.
It's not an ideal situation right now. We're not good enough.
No, Barca not in where they want to be. City are 2-0 up, by the way, so they are starting to rack up the goal difference in that regard. As that one goes out of play from Lamine Yamal. Yep, you can feel it, can't you, really? Or you can hear it from the Spotify Camp Nou. Just a bit of a hush around the ground. Barca bounced back nicely after they conceded, but didn't get the goal, maybe when it mattered. And then, Copenhagen have settled back into the game, haven't they? And they're frustrating the Blaugrana right now. Yeah, with nearly half an hour gone.
Yeah, obviously, I think they know that they're capable of scoring another one. We've given them a lot of opportunities as well. They haven't been able to take advantage of what they've gotten after their goal either. So luckily for us, that's it. I think Dani Olmo needs to slow down.
We're making a lot of fouls as well, Alex. So that's a frustration thing, isn't it? We are making a lot of fouls.
Yeah, I think Copenhagen players are actually doing really well to get around us. There's been a lot of good touches from them. I think their midfield has really, really good ball control. Tight. They keep the ball tight to the feet. They go around us really well, and they're doing really quick passing. Look at that ball. That's a brilliant ball in from Copenhagen. Just too far, but they're thinking a lot faster than us in the attack. I think they're actually moving the ball quite nicely once they get a hold of it, because obviously we are dominating possession. Absolutely dominating possession is the one good thing that we have going right now. But again, like any other game, when we've said this so many times before, the longer that the other team feels like they're still in it, the better they play.
Yeah.
And again, we did need that goal.
Lamine nearly there trying to make the pass. Fermin couldn't quite get on the end of it. I mean, there was nothing in that. He's trying to make something out of it, isn't he? That's absurd from Suzuka. I think he feels though he was caught maybe from Fermin's boot there on the way through. Lamine's maybe the most unlikely to unpick the Copenhagen defence so far, but Fermin was having to stretch a little bit too far to get on the end of that one. We've got to be careful that wasting the time on these goal kicks, but they've done a good job of it so far. You can hear the whistles, can't you, from the ground. And still. Over Kubarsi. Koundé has to deal with it. Does deal with it.
What would you change, probably?
I was just thinking that a bit of a problem that Flick has got is that he's already got pretty much his maybe best attacking lineup on. We have the option of Rashford. Ferran Torres, of course, is on the bench. I think Ferran would be a player I'd have to bring on in the second half, to be fair, in maybe the number 9 role. Although at Lewandowski goal, we know that if he scores, he will reach 40 different teams which he's scored against in the Champions League. Some stat that could be. Rashford and Ferran, the big ones. But in midfield, for sure, I mean, you've got your attacking players on the pitch right now, don't you?
Go forward.
There. Olmo. That's nice. Fermin. The pass was to Lewandowski, though, really.
Yeah, no, it was Rafinha actually making a really, really good run in between the centre backs. Again, that space is where we need to go. The spaces that we are kind of creating going forward, we're not taking advantage of them at all. Rafinha is going really, really central. Close to Lewandowski. I think actually a lot of time Lewandowski is actually wider than Rafinha, so that's quite interesting there. I would assume that's a call from the bench. Rafinha is now literally just free flowing through the midfield. We're almost playing with like 3 10s right now. Rafinha is now next to Lamine Yamal. I think he's gotten the okay to flow and go literally wherever he wants. Alejandro Valde taking the role of going down that left wing. Exactly, I think we're just trying to crowd those middle spaces where Copenhagen are really crowding us. Obviously they're playing with the back 5, so creating the spaces is really, really hard.
That's better from Barca. Now Lamine Yamal, what can he do here? Lamine, gorgeous. Lamine blocked. Fermin pulls it down at the sky. Fermin, this is Olmo. Now Eric Garcia, thought with a shot, now goes for the shot. He's hit the crossbar. Nearly the most unlikely of sources to put Barca ahead. Still they come forward as a head injury. That's going to really frustrate Barca in the box there.
Did he call foul?
Yeah, free kick given.
What foul did he call?
And they both went for the header. He's claimed that it's a Barca player who's crashed into the Copenhagen wall. What an effort this was from Eddie Garcia, though. Look at this. Out of nothing, really. Got a yard of space and went for it. Oh.
What foul? Ay, por Dios.
It's not a foul.
It's not even close to a foul.
Nothing in that, really. They're both going for the ball for a header.
It was a dangerous... Ay, por Dios. It was in a dangerous attack position. I don't... What did this ref see?
Yeah. That's the closest Barca have come for quite some time now. Lamine. Fermin. Now Lamine. There we go. He's beaten one. He's got options inside. Fouled Lamine eventually. Fermin. The whistle was already blown though, so Barca couldn't take advantage of it. Free kick given.
I think Lamine needs to release the ball a lot sooner. He's doing really, really well to get past players, but a lot of the time Rafinha, Lewandowski, Dani Olmo, Fermin make really, really good runs into space, and I think we've said that a lot of times before as well, Pablo, is that we've struggled a lot of the time to get that really fast pass going forward and kind of take advantage of that space that the players are running into. What was the game? I think we said it, and I think it happened. It was a Marcus Rashford assist that it went into space early. I think it was for Rafinha. And we took advantage of that moment and we scored off that moment. That was the first goal of the game. I can't remember. I can't exactly remember. But I remember that happened. We were like, we need to, get the early balls in. We need to get the early balls in because that's when we have the most amount of space. Because granted, should we go forward and then somebody kind of slows the game down, then Copenhagen have their back five again, and that just closes down so much space, so many opportunities are just closed down from that. And again, Lamine Yamal there had the ball, really, really good. If you would have passed it just a bit earlier, we probably could have gotten in behind really, really easily because Copenhagen are actually going quite high. Yeah. So if we get, if you see it right now, if we recover possession right now, Copenhagen are on the halfway line, and 2 passes were into a lot of space. You get Rafinha or you get Fermin into 1v1 with the keeper, and that's almost going in, certainly. So I think we need to play smarter as well, because we're releasing a lot of energy right now, kind of chasing a little bit rushed, maybe a little bit panicked, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit frantic. Yeah, we're going behind the players. Rafinha there just did a full sprint to press the Copenhagen keeper, and rightfully so. I mean, granted, we do need that because, that forced the keeper to do just a last-minute kick, and we were able to recover possession. We're going forward again right now, but we just need to be really conscious of the fact that we need to. We have 90 minutes to go. Yeah, I'm feeling that a little bit. It's frustrating, the fact that we need to release so much energy and waste so much energy in scoring one goal. Again, it's been half an hour since Copenhagen scored, and we still haven't scored. Still pushing forward, Barça, but nothing yet. I think you're right. It's been a little bit frantic, maybe a little bit desperate in the last certainly 10-15 minutes. This is Lamine, though. Talk about a player in the mood tonight. Here he comes again, Lamine. Olmo. So little space for Barca to manoeuvre in. Maybe now for Lewandowski. Fermin's in there. Lamine's in there too. Oh my goodness me. It still won't go in. That looked like surely the moment for Barca. Lamine couldn't get it up and over enough. Koundé. Nice burst from him. Lamine. Just release the ball.
Got to release it early there, Lamine. It wasn't quite on. Eddie Garcia very aggressive in the challenge. He's fouled his man though. And he's going to be booked, I think. Well, Lamine, in fact, is going to be booked for dissent, for not getting that free kick. All getting a little bit fiery, a little bit feisty inside the Spotify Camp Nou right now. There's the dink over. Lewandowski nearly got it. Fermin couldn't. Lamine's effort blocked. There you go, then first Barca player in the book is Lamine Yamal. It's for dissent.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I think a lot of the time he's been getting past the players really scrappily because the players are he's double teamed all the time and literally just forehands on him at all times. He's been able to get past them, not cleanly because it is really, really hard to get past 2 players. He's been managing it, but it is frustrating for him having to put up with that and the ref, not doing anything about it.
Oh, this time there is going to be a booking. Oh, dearie me. Barca players were not happy with that at all.
Yeah, I think I have to see the replay really to kind of see what it was. It seemed like a really harsh. It was a knee in the back. It's a debatable one, isn't it? Because he went for the ball, I think.
I think maybe the franticness of the game is getting to the referee a bit here as well.
I think if our player would have been booked for that, I think we would complain. I think it was a fair challenge from Suzuki. He jumped really, really well to get the ball. It was just his knee went into the back of Lewandowski, and obviously when you look at that does hurt. He's going to go down whether it was a foul or not. So I think from that the referee kind of went off of the reaction from Lewandowski, but again, maybe debatable yellow cards, but it seems like the ref at least is trying to get a hold of the game as early as possible. He's given a yellow card for time wasting already. He's giving yellow cards for fouls. So on the bright side, that does help us, obviously. Time wasting is not something that we need right now at all.
Ooh, that's nice.
So it is nice that the ref...
Lewandowski there. Don't think it was a foul again. Copenhagen got the better of the pole. Coming forward here at some speed too. This is a lung-busting run up the field, but there you go. Gerard Martin eventually able to get the boot on it, and Barça can clear if they play this well with Rafinha, with Gerard Martin. And there we go. Now Barça will be able to turn up the field. Fermin in a little bit of a corner here.
It just feels like everything that we can do in one pass or in one play, we're doing it in four. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Like
a little bit overcomplicated,
Yeah, we're just overcomplicating everything right now in defensive actions and offensive actions as well. And kudos to Copenhagen for making our life literally awful right now. I think it's kudos to them on their attack and the defense, but we're not good enough right now.
Kubarsi. Let's get some Barça hearts in the chat. We need them right now. Let's get some Barça support going.
Go on.
Get him in there, people. It's a night for it. Barça 1 down here, but still with a lot of football to play. Going to need a massive second half. It's looking like, Alex, if we are to go 1-0 down here at half-time, not really what the doctor ordered in this one, was it?
No, definitely not. And I think...
all the talk of how many goals and...
Players going to go into the dressing room, probably see the results of the other games, and it can either go really well for us and score 5 goals in the second half, or it could really be deflating on a level of confidence. Really. Obviously that's just down to them and how they're going to react, but obviously it's I think it's natural that we question how they're going to react, considering the fact that they've not reacted this first half. As I think mentally they're strong, and they know exactly what they need to do, but really actions aren't really saying anything. I don't think we've done anything.
Oh, that's a nice ball from Lamine Olmo now. Again thwarted at the top of the box. Valde. Rafinha. Was he fouled? No, says the referee. Wow.
How did that go off of Rafinha?
Goal kick given.
How is that a goal kick?
Pedri watching on. How Barca would love to have him available this evening. Gavi, Christensen there too. Might have come off Rafinha last, and the question is then whether he was fouled or not.
Yeah. No, rightfully so. A goal kick.
Yep.
I just really don't think we're being good enough right now at all for any standard that we have. And I really don't know how to change it. I feel like, again, these are the problems that we've been carrying with us for the last few matches, definitely this past month. And, what do you do to change it? What can the players do differently? I don't think we've changed anything at any point.
No.
I feel like every single game it's been the same frustrating feeling of, we're not doing something and we struggled to make it right. And we take so much time to make it right. And again, just another bad pass. It's not what we need right now.
Wonder maybe with the absence of De Jong and Pedri in midfield, maybe it does feel a little bit too chaotic and a bit rushed. We're not going through that process of building up the play, which we so usually do. It's been very frantic and a lot of loose passes, and then a foul immediately after, isn't it? Which is always a sign of frustration from a team when you lose it, and the immediate thought is, let me just foul him just to get it over and done with again. Just to lash out almost, and that's happened a lot for Barça. We have plenty of attempts, and 5 on target out of the 12 we've had. certainly had chances to be back in this. You look at the Lewandowski one, really the second after Copenhagen scored. Should have been converted, wasn't. Barca left with work to do. A minute and a half then left of the first half here. Lamine once more collects it.
Yeah. I'm losing the words to sum up, because we've literally been doing the same exact thing for the last 40 minutes now, and nothing's changed. I think that's what kind of frustrates me the most, is that we don't have that extra layer of something to be able to get something when we need it. I'm struggling to explain it. It's like we don't have that extra gear, that extra play, that extra something that really gets us that goal when we need it. I'm not saying that we need to change the entire match, but for example, we conceded, we needed to score, and then you go back to normality, sort of say. We don't have that flair to kind of switch on for those 5-10 minutes, get what we need, and then go back and calm down. We just don't have it, and it's frustrating because this is only the group stage of the Champions League. If we get into this position, against a better team in a bigger, stage, in a later stage of the Champions League, will we be able to get it through? It's all those questions that come up now. Obviously, going into halftime 1-0 down is really not what we need. We've wasted 40 minutes of a match, not been able to score one goal. Today's not the day. If we're talking about just getting the 3 points, grand, I would still be really, really confident. To be honest, I genuinely think that we will win this game.
Okay.
But it's not about 3 points, so that's the frustrating bit, is that we're not enough for what we need.
Well, you never know. It's one additional minute of added time. There's all sorts of results happening, which could mean that actually a win would do the trick for Barça. You've got Real Madrid who are drawing, Tottenham are still drawing, Atleti are drawing, Chelsea are losing, Sporting Lisbon are losing, Newcastle of course are losing. I mean, a win, if Barca were to be in front here, we'd be in the top 8 quite comfortably right now. So there are other results that aren't going other teams' way too. It has certainly changed over the course of the first 45 minutes as expected. There's just the second half here that Barca need to turn up and win, and well, in the end of the day, goal difference might not even be so important with how the table is looking right now. But again, all can change in the second half.
So let's focus on a win, which we don't have yet.
Exactly, that's it. Well, watch out here. Barca don't want to be 2 down, do they? Not before the end of the first half. Oh, was that a handball? No. Yeah, given. And then cleared over. I'll tell you what, Alex, that's going to take us all the way to half-time. So then, half-time, it's 1-0 to Copenhagen. It's not gone the way that Barca wanted it to so far. No goals for the Blaugrana just yet. The opener with Dadason, 17-year-old, early on in the opening 5 minutes. Barca have had chances since then, but haven't really been able to hit their top gears just yet. The biggest maybe fell to Lewandowski. Eddie Garcia's also at the crossbar. So with 45 minutes to go, there is work to do for Barca. Rafinha's having a word with the referee, but Barca, they've got work to do here. A comeback is needed in the second half if they want to be in the top 8. At half-time, it's Barca 0, Copenhagen 1. There you go then, people. Half-time at the Spotify Camp Nou. Barca 0, Copenhagen 1. Alex, not been the first half we've wanted so far, has it?
No, not at all. Everything todo mal. Everything's wrong in this first half. We went down in the opening 5 minutes. They're just trying here in the studio to animate us a bit more. Really hard after that first half when you think about it. Conceding was, one of the things that we didn't want, and it happened within the opening 5 minutes of the match. So obviously that was a rough start to begin with, and the fact that we've wasted literally 45 minutes doing nothing. And granted, we dominated possession, 76. Total passes, we've literally almost tripled all the passes that Copenhagen have had. They've had one shot on target, which was the goal. One opportunity, one goal, and that's literally all they needed. And hopefully we could say the same, because we've gotten 12 total attempts, 5 on target, and no goals. And again, it's that efficiency that we've been lacking for the past month, at least past 2 months, you can probably say, really. And again, this is not a game that we can afford to kind of be ourselves, because this is being ourselves, is going back. The amount of times that we have to come back from matches for the past few seasons has been a lot. And granted, I genuinely do think that we will win this game, but tonight wasn't the night to be ourselves.
That's what I want to hear, Alex. Come on, we can win this game. And right now, with the way the table's looking, if Barça win, they will be in the top 8. So the big 45 minutes ahead here, P. But it's not been the first half we wanted. But stay positive. We've got another 45 minutes, and I'm confident we can get the job done here. Barça have plenty of quality out on the pitch. It's not quite come off so far, but there have been chances. Copenhagen are faltering at the back at times, and well, we've got a massive 45 minutes coming up in our season. We're going to take a quick break here, play along with the halftime quiz, people, and then we'll be back at the start of the second half to take you through how the table's looking, how the results are looking, and then indeed the second half. A big one for Barça. See you then. Right then, people, hello and welcome back here. It's Barça 0, Copenhagen 1 at half-time. Let's show you then what that means for the standings in the Champions League currently. This is how things are looking. City are winning. Madrid are, well, they were drawing, and now they are losing, interestingly enough. So Real Madrid are down into 5th. They're currently losing. Liverpool winning. Spurs drawing. PSG and Newcastle are drawing. That means we go on to the second page here. We have Atleti, who are drawing. Inter Milan are drawing. Atalanta are also drawing. Chelsea are losing. Sporting are losing. So actually, in terms of teams that Barca are looking at, only City are winning. So
literally, Real Madrid 2-1 down to Benfica.
Yeah.
Oh, Atleti tying, Sporting losing.
There you go, people. There are some of the results, as you see there. Only City winning from the teams that we needed to drop points today. PSG drawing, as I say. Real Madrid, Chelsea losing. You go on to the first page of results too. There's plenty more people.
I was going to say, obviously, Frankfurt doing a really good job there, keeping Tottenham at bay, 0-0.
Right now, the situation for Barca is, if we were to score, we'd be back in the top 8. That's even if with a draw.
Okay.
That's not certain that you'd be there for sure. If we were
I was
to win,
say, yeah.
if we were winning right now, we'd be 4th. That's the situation that Barca are in. So it's a situation that's been a bit tough to watch at times in the first half, but there's plenty of reason to stay positive, people. Teams are struggling. We've got a big second 45 minutes ahead of us here,
I was going to say, looking at the results, it makes me happier to know that everyone else is struggling.
I'm glad to hear.
It makes me happier that we're not the only ones having a bad night, because you look at that. You look, Napoli's up 2-1 against Chelsea. See PSG, Newcastle. To be fair, a tie actually helps us quite a lot.
Yes.
But obviously, do you want them to tie, both get 1 point? Obviously, we'd go above both of them. But
but we have to win for that, obviously.
Exactly. This is the best case scenario. We need to win, basically. Obviously. Yeah, no, Benfica doing really well against Real Madrid. Frankfurt doing well against Tottenham. See, God, Man City up 2-0 doesn't really help.
City in the clear right now, yeah.
And Athletic Club against Sporting 2-1 now. It's interesting, Pablo. It is refreshing to know that we're not the only ones having a bad night. But obviously, you know, all of this goes to our advantage only if we win. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There is work to do in the second half, but the good news, at least for Barca, is that if they do it, they probably will be there. And of course, we had the worry that maybe if we only win 2-1, for example, it wouldn't be enough. And hey, things can change, but right now, it actually would. It actually would be enough. So, look, it's been a bit of a chaotic first half, really, in terms of the results elsewhere. I mean, I'm shocked even that a lot of teams around us have been winning, but by half-time, a lot aren't. So it's all up in the air here. Alex, we have to focus on ourselves, though. Yeah. What didn't you like about that first half? What do you want to see change in the second? Everything. Absolutely everything.
Menga.
Efficiency in passing, we've been poor. Efficiency in the final third, we've been poor. Defensively, I feel like we could do a lot. We can do the job a lot quicker than what we've been doing. Again, you know, the efficiency that we have in maybe, you know, winning the ball high up the pitch, we've been really poor at. We've been winning the ball in really far down. Joan Garcia has had to intervene quite a lot. You know, can we cut off the Copenhagen press higher up the pitch? I feel like they've been going through us really easily a lot of the times. They've gotten, you know, they skipped back through us, and, you know, their first passes through, we've seen that, you know, they're playing really good football tonight, I think, going forward. So it's just a matter of, can we cut the passing through a lot quicker, get position high up the pitch, and take advantage of the spaces that Copenhagen are leaving behind? Because when we make those quick passes, like the one from Lewandowski into Rafinha, those spaces, you know, Rafinha had time to take a touch, go on goal. And I think that's what we need more. But I think literally change absolutely everything. I think our passing hasn't been good enough. Our efficiency of passing has been quite low, considering how good we are at passing. I think it's, I don't know if it's the weather, I don't know if it's the pressure, but I think a lot of the players that usually are really on top of the game, their passing has been quite poor today, and that's not what we need. And it looks like Marc Bernal might be coming on. Wow, he's been, for who? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Dani Olmo. Wow. I think.
Yeah, it's a big call if Bernal does indeed enter the fray. Yeah. You've obviously got the option of maybe a Gerard Martin coming off, for example. You drop Eric to centre-back, you put Bernal in that role, or maybe Flick does decide to pad out the midfield. So decisions to make in that regard. Copenhagen, I suppose, more the same for them. They'll be wondering whether they can hold out, though, for this long in the second half. They did look a little bit leggy at times, actually, in that first half. And, well, of course, we have to remember they're not in their current domestic season right now. They are on a break, so doing a good job, certainly. They played with 10 men for a good 60 minutes against Napoli last time out and did get a draw. They came back from behind in that one. So they are a team who can dig in, and certainly they're doing that so far tonight. But for them, well, it's going to be a test of resilience, isn't it, in the second half?
Yeah, no, I think you could say they played a really good game in the first half. I think it has to be said. Defensively, they've been shaky in a lot of moments, but I think going forward, especially in winning up the ball, high up the pitch, they've been doing a role to get past our players in the midfield. And that final pass we saw in the goal was just absolutely brilliant, to be honest. They've been doing a lot of the time trying to get those direct passes into space and behind our defensive line, going really, really quickly, trying to get the 1v1s against Juan Garcia, 1v1s against the centre backs. It's quite clear what they want to do. And again, just we want to try to maybe... I was just seeing there, I'm quite curious to what who Marc Bernal comes on for.
Yeah, I'm fascinated here on it.
Gerard Martin seems like he's coming back on.
Almost there. Fermin's there.
Maybe Cubarsí, you never know. Get Eric Garcia back into centre back position. Let Marc Bernal try to take control of the midfield. Cubarsí is there as well. Fermin's there. Yeah. Cubarsí's there, yeah.
Eric Garcia then, isn't it? Like for like, I think.
Yeah, maybe that hit that he got in the heads maybe was a bit more than we expected. Maybe it seemed like Eric Garcia is the only one missing right now, so maybe it is true. So yeah, unfortunately for us, it's another midfielder down. Marc Bernal has, if it is, we'll confirm it shortly whether it's for Eric Garcia or for anybody else, but it does seem like it's for Eric Garcia. Marc Bernal. Big night for him.
Yeah, it is.
No pressure,
huge. I wonder whether he was maybe going to get the nod.
Yeah.
In the end, he didn't from the start, but it looks as though we're going to be seeing him in the second half here. Right, without any further ado, let's go back to game commentary for the second 45 minutes here. Barca with work to do, but they are going to make a change. Here we go then, back for second half commentary between Barca and Copenhagen. Barca players back out on the pitch, and well, Hansi Flick has made a change at the interval. Marc Bernal, talk about a big 45 minutes in his season. He's coming on here, and let's see who for. We've seen a lot of players come out into the tunnel so far. There you go, like for like. Eric off, Bernal on, so a different profile there, Alex, at the heart of midfield for Barca, right at the start of the second half.
Yeah, no. If you would tell us that we're playing our most important Champions League match so far without Frenkie de Jong, without Pedri, without Eric Garcia, hard ask really for anybody coming onto the pitch. I don't know whether to keep going as a pessimistic here or if to maybe
positive
change the ship. I genuinely think that we're going to win the match, but it is just so frustrating to see us play so poorly in a big moment that we really need it the most, if that makes sense. Like, we can't show up in the moment that we need it the most, but obviously we still have 45 minutes to play. Everybody has 45 minutes to play, and these 45 minutes, hopefully we can take advantage of whatever we can, really.
Yeah, what a big 45 minutes coming up here in Barca's season. It's going to be a game of patience, resilience maybe for Barca. With the way the table's looking, a win would do the job really right now for Hansi Flick's team. That is for sure. Those Spurs have just gone 1-0 up
I need some
right at the start of the second half.
Right
Get
now.
some happiness in you.
I need happiness.
Get some happiness in you, Eva. Because, well, Barca, hopefully we can get a goal. Come on, Cordes. We need it, people. Here is Koundé driving forward. I wonder whether Flick would have told them in a way as well to calm down and just a tad, because we were a little bit frantic in the first half and a little bit rushed, made some silly fouls. Lewandowski, oh, that was clever, nearly the back heel to Rafinha, just a foot in there, intervenes. Olmo gets a foot on it to win it back though, and now Balde can turn into Rafinha, back to Balde. Nice start this, Balde. Lewandowski, can he get his shot away? He had Lamine Yamal open, didn't use him. Now the ball falls to Lamine, shoots, blocked away. Marc Bernal!
Oi.
Oh, it's a good save by the keeper, who's made two of those in the space of 90 seconds.
Marc Bernal. That would have been the entrance of the night. My word.
Offside there, maybe. I think so.
It would have been offside, unfortunately for us. But no.
Here we come again.
Here we go again. Let's
Olmo. Rafinha. Deflection on his cross, and it goes easily into the hands of the goalkeeper.
Okay, so good start so far in the second half. We've been suffocating Copenhagen so far. Oh, that was a brilliant try from Marc Bernal there. Obviously, it was a rough ball to get control of. He just did really well to get it on target. But now we've been suffocating Copenhagen so far. Really, really good going forward. I want to see the game go on a bit more to see what Hansi Flick wants to change. Ferran Torres is warming up now. So is Marcus Rashford. But
yep. We expect those two will come on at some point, certainly if it stays at 1-0.
Yeah, no, I think you definitely have to think about changing, a few players, definitely, if this is not working, because it's not been working for the entire first half. It's the naturality of football is if something's not working, you need changes. And we definitely have players on the bench to do that. Marcus Rashford and Ferran Torres are probably the two best. Big changes that we can think of, like for Lewandowski. We know that Ferran Torres brings in a different...
what a pass that is. I think it was Olmo who made it. Lamin's in. Lewandowski! Barca are level right at the start of the second half. There's the goal, people. What a ball from Olmo. Lamin left off Lewandowski, and he couldn't miss from there, could he? The Pole has scored against 40 different teams in the Champions League. He's made the record.
There it is.
He's got a vital goal for Barca. They lead, or they're level, I should say, against Copenhagen.
Oh, brilliant. No, he's good. No,
yeah, the defender,
No, yes. Onside, we can confirm that. It was a brilliant, what a play. It was a brilliant pass from Dani Olmo to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal did really, really well to attract the keeper, attract the defenders, and just flick it off to Lewandowski there for the easy win. Everyone, Lamine Yamal literally...
Lamine is really up for this, isn't he?
He knows that was a really, really good play.
In the wrap, people.
If I eat another candy,
go for it.
Do you want one, Pablo?
I'm actually alright, I'm not going to have one. Lewandowski now. Here he comes again, the man who got one for Barça. Koundé, Olmo. Oh, nearly. Well,
I was going to say,
we said, Alex,
that
we
theory
did.
was almost proven too quickly.
We didn't start the first half very well, did we? But we have started the second half exactly how we would have wanted. Barça 1-1 and now on the cusp of getting themselves back into those top 8 slots. We're currently 9th in the table with that goal. Very tight up there. Very tight indeed. But that's the goal we wanted, people, right at the start of the second half. And it's Lewandowski who's got it. The ball from Olmo, by the way, Alex, was quite unbelievable, wasn't it?
No, the ball from Dani Olmo literally split the entire Copenhagen team. Literally, I think from the entire 10 on-field players were split from that Dani Olmo pass. Left Lamine Yamal into a lot of space. And again, Lamine Yamal just did really, really well there to hold onto the ball enough to attract the players and then release it to Lewandowski. It was easy. It was an easy tap-in for Lewandowski. And again, it is quite special on top of that, the fact that, he has that record now in the Champions League. Was it 40 different clubs that he scored against?
Indeed, yeah.
So that's a big feat considering the players that he's going up against when you look at the goal scorers and Messi and Ronaldo, for example.
Yeah, he matches the record of Leo Messi. We're having some problems with our broadcast right now that we're struggling to receive very well. But Alex, right now, Barca, they've got themselves back into at least a position of hope. It's the perfect start to the second half right now for the Blaugrana. They have got themselves level. As I say, we're having some issues here with the broadcast. We are indeed now back. We're back with the Barca attack. Olmo's in. And now Fermin Lopez. Oh, he hit the side netting, and I thought Rafinha was in, was he not? Rafinha shouting at him. He didn't make the pass.
To be fair, I think the pass was really, really hard there to second post. He would have had to really shift his body weight in to give it to Rafinha there running into the second post. I think he did really well to shoot. You know what, to be fair, I think that if he would have gotten that on target, I think it probably would have gone in. But I can see what Rafinha was trying to argue, the pass into the second post, but I genuinely don't think that was the one. Firmino had to literally beat about 2 players plus Lewandowski on that pass, so I think it was really, really hard. Did really, really well there, Fermin, to get into good space, and I think taking a shot was the right choice.
Cool, out of seat. Wins that back. It's going to go out there, play there for a Barca throw. And Koundé's lost his footing, but he's okay, thankfully. Yes. Last thing Barca need right now. Here's Kubarsi. We get the feeling this will pretty much be the pattern of play now for the entirety of the second half. All Barca.
Yeah.
Just a question of whether we can get that second goal. Flick's team know what they need. Valdez down the line to Rafinha. Oh, look at the run Lewandowski made. In the end, he wanted it, didn't he? So he had it at the front post.
Yeah.
In the end, tried to make the pullback corner for Barça.
Yeah, no, it's again that quick space. Alejandro Valde did well there to meet Rafinha in the space, and of course, if Rafinha would have released that ball, maybe the first time touch, curling ball into the box for Lewandowski would have been another easy tap-in for our striker. But right now we have a corner. Let's see if we can get something out of this. It would be really, really good right now to get that second goal.
Dani Olmo with the delivery. Gerard Martin's flick. Oh, it went through everyone. Lamine tried to get in there. Hacked clear. Probably the right decision by the defender. No chances taken. And Fermin will go all the way back to Joan Garcia, and Barça can start again. Nearly a corner goal for us there, Alex, at the front. You'd have enjoyed that one.
Shocking, really. It's I think that would have been the greatest story of today, and something that I'm not expecting anytime soon. To be fair, we've actually done really clear plays in the corners. From the right side of the goal, Dani Olmo is taking it. He's going first post into Gerard Martin, trying to get the flick on towards the back. When Rafinha's taking it from the left side of the goal, he's going second post for Eric Garcia were the two targets on that, trying to go to the second post to head it back inside.
Yep.
So at least today we have a really clear game plan for the corners. It's the first time I think I see that this season, that we have a really, really clear, game plan going for what to do. Obviously, I think that's been studied, and the advantages that we can get. So we know that from the right side we're going first post, and from the left side we're going second post. But again, that's easy for Copenhagen to rig from two corners. So hopefully, maybe we have plan C up our sleeve at some point.
Here come Barca again. Copenhagen back in that 5-4-1 shape once more. Marc Bernal is on. He's kept things ticking over nicely since his entrance. He's a different sort of midfielder to Eric Garcia. He's in an absolute load of space here. Maybe the sort of space that he should take a shot from. In the end, went for the pass. Again, though, no real way out for the team dressed in white here.
I do really like the way that Marc Bernal has been playing so far.
Yeah,
he's been getting into. He's been looking really, really lively. I think you saw the moments that right before he came on the pitch, he was game phase completely. He was jumping up and down, really, really ready to go, really fired up.
It's going to go all the way behind from Lamine Yamal on that occasion. Couldn't find Lewandowski on the dink over. Looks as though we're going to have some changes here, is what's the referee's indicating. Let's see if that's for Copenhagen or for Barça. The whistles will tell you it's probably for the away team. That was Olmo's pass. What a ball, Alex, really. And Lamine and Lewandowski did the rest. Superb pass. Talk about defence splitting. I'll tell you what, it was an excellent pass in the first half to unlock the Barca defence for Copenhagen's opener. That one very similar in its brilliance in behind. Double change then.
Okay, Dadson.
Clem and Darason are off.
Maybe a bit more defensive. I don't know the Copenhageners too well. I'd be curious to see whether this is a defensive change.
Klaassen is a central midfielder. That's like for like in there. Okay. And Clem also off for Madsen. So there you go. So two changes here. Right, near the start of the second half. We saw this with Slavia too, obviously a team who, well, they're not going to be at peak fitness right now just because of the fact they're not in the middle of their season, and it's an odd situation for them. They're having to play friendlies to keep themselves fit away from that Champions League and they had last week against Napoli. So early changes, well, that could be a reason for them. Here's Gerard Martin. Goes all the way back to Joan Garcia. Results around us, people. Still,
all right, let's see them.
Still looking okay. Newcastle and PSG are drawing. Real Madrid are still losing, although Spurs and City are winning. Atleti are drawing. Atalanta are drawing. Chelsea and Sporting are losing. So a mixed bag, really. But still, Barça right now need a win if they want to be in the top 8. A draw will not do right now.
All right, we need to pura vida and just chill out right now. Chill out.
We got this.
As much as we can.
Baldes cross up. Headed away. There in defence, and the ball clear. That's going to be again a Copenhagen ball. Bernal slid in there.
Yeah, I do really like the pockets of spaces that Bernal is finding himself in. I think he's been really, really active. He's taken the initiative. I think he knows this game is big for us and for him individually. I think he performs really well. I think he proves a lot. The last few times that he's gotten on the pitch, he's not really made a big impact.
Yeah.
And I think tonight is kind of the moment to prove himself, and if he's able to prove himself in a game like this, I think it says a lot about him and his future.
Oh, that's a brilliant ball on the back here. Well left too. The strike is over the top of the crossbar. Big chance that for Copenhagen. They played it really well. Read who was offside, who was on.
Again, that was
and Jordan Larson missing the strike.
That was a brilliant attacking play from Copenhagen. Once again, they literally penetrate through our defensive line with 2-3 passes and they're in on goal. Again, they're really dangerous, and kudos to them because they're playing absolutely brilliant football going forward. Their passing has been excellent. Those last passes have been really beautiful. But again, they're just not able to keep possession. That's where they go wrong, and they know there's what a ball from Bernal.
Lovely ball from Bernal. Rafinha's been forced a little bit wide here, though. He'll do well to bring this back in play. Now Balde. This is Olmo. Rafinha's waiting, thinking. Olmo once more. Bernal. Oh, a bit loose, just as we were praising his passing. That wasn't great from Marc Bernal. Very loose on his passing. Flick says, go again, get yourselves back up. He would at least be chuffed with the start the team have made to the second half, wouldn't he?
Yeah, no, I think you have to be. I think we all have to be happy with the way that we started the second half. We've really got into it. Got the early goal, which I think was probably the most important. I think, granted, if Copenhagen, was attacking as well, and we were as well, that was a clear handball there.
Nice from Lamine, wins it back. Look at the feet too from Lamine
Lamine.
Yamal. Went for goal there when he probably shouldn't have, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah, maybe not.
Again, had the passing options on, didn't go for it.
Yeah, I think the start to the second half has been really good. Again, we've done everything really well, and Copenhagen haven't been able to get into the game at all, really. The early goal was the most important thing. We need to be careful.
They're in behind once more. Oh, what a save by Joan Garcia. Surely that was offside. It was, yeah. He looks way off on the first pass, I must say. Joan Garcia's been another one of those point-blank saves, though, hasn't he? Which we're not really sure how he makes. To me, Alex, this pass looks way off. Yeah, he was. Yeah. Good man offside.
Yeah.
Still, though, had to play on, and what a stop this is, well.
Oh. Yeah. Brilliant save from Joan Garcia. No shock there.
Koundé for Barça. Approaching the hour mark here at the Spotify Camp Nou. We've got ourselves level, still in need of another goal, Koundé. It's Bernal now. Back to Kubarsi. This is Koundé once more. See Olmo's dropping into that pocket again, looking for the ball. Gerard Martin. Copenhagen certainly have dropped deeper and deeper as this one's gone on. They really are in their shape now, aren't they?
I think naturally so. That's what you expect from them. But at the same time, I do respect the fact that when they're on the attack, they're not afraid to open up spaces, and they're not afraid. They really commit forwards because they know they can get something out of it, and kudos to them for that.
Oh, that's good football from Barça. Balde's pass. Fermin. Now Lamine, he's got the overlap of Koundé if he wants it. Goes for goal. Deflection. It's in! Just like that, Barca are back in front. Lamine Yamal's got the goal. The turnaround is complete. Took a wicked deflection, but Barca won't care. They lead Copenhagen by 2-1. They propel themselves into the top 8 for now. And there's smiles on the faces of the Barca faithful. Barca 2, Copenhagen 1.
Vamos! There it is, finally. We're ahead. We're ahead, Pablo.
There you go, Alex. There you go.
It's only taken an hour. It's only taken an hour.
She's got a smile on her face.
It's only taken an hour to get ahead, but we are finally ahead. That was brilliant attacking play from us. Again, quick passing to take advantage of the fact that Copenhagen were out of position. Copenhagen were on the attack, and no, it was good. Yeah, granted, it was going on target from Lamine Yamal. Maybe an easy save for the keeper, but that deflection was on our sides. And Lewandowski just celebrating that. Again, second half has been really good. Hopefully we'd have started the first half like this, but it's coming in the second half, and we still have a lot left to play. Half an hour left to go, and Lamine Yamal getting the crowd fired up.
We've had the Lewandowski rap and we've had the Lamine rap. It's a bit of raps, people. Lamine Yamal, yo. I know it. He about to win the brawl, yo, is it? Oh, yo. Pristine 19. He can ball, yo. He about to win the brawl, yo. Lamine Yamal, yo.
Robert had a lot of trouble with one of the what is it? Pristine 19.
Pristine
He's
19.
about to win the brawl, yeah. that little line there, Robert.
It's
really,
pristine
really
19.
showed.
He can ball, y'all. He's about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal. Oh, bad giveaway again. The back was offside, though. Alex,
now he calls it fast.
no soon as Barca scored, did Madrid concede again?
Are really... We're giving me a life right now.
Job from those in control. Real Madrid are currently 3-1 down to Benfica, by the way, guys. Which, I'll tell you something. If there are teams who get their act together and get a win, Real Madrid could be in real trouble here. I must say, they're 3-1 down. Speak about trouble, here come Copenhagen. Easy for Joan Garcia. Barca right now, laughing. We're up to 5th. We really are enjoying ourselves.
Okay. Are Tottenham still drawing?
Yeah, we certainly are in a good spot already. I'm not sure it has updated on our standings just yet, which is the only issue. But there are goals flying in all around the ground right now. There you go. That's the current setup of the Barca table. There you have it, people. Barca now in 5th, feeling a lot better about ourselves.
Yeah.
Newcastle and PSG are still drawing. City are winning. Liverpool, Spurs are winning. Chelsea are drawing. Newcastle are drawing. Sporting Lisbon have just equalised in their game too. It is all happening, people. It really is very intense indeed. Don't take your eyes off of anything. You get the feeling there are going to be changes in this last half an hour. For Barca, though, Fermin. If we win, I think we're going to be fine. I really do, guys. And look at that. Atletico de Madrid losing to Bodo Glimt. They're in trouble.
Okay.
So we can sort of start to forget a little bit about Atleti if we do our job, that is, of course, and win this game. Right now, we're in a very good position. We really are, people. That's what I was saying. Over the course of the evening, these things will change, and Barca just needs to get themselves back in front. We've done that within about 50 minutes of the second half. And now Copenhagen, well, what's their response? Because, of course, we have to think about their situation too. Right now, they're down in 30th after conceding that goal. So they really have work to do. Copenhagen know if they want to stay in the Champions League, they're going to have to attack and get goals, at least one. Minimum, really, to put themselves back in with a fighting chance.
Yeah, and to be fair to them, they've not they've not shied away from trying to get a goal off of us. They've had really, really good attacks. Luckily for us, our high line has been really efficient again, and Joan Garcia is Joan Garcia, and we've been able to secure that as much as we can from their attacks. But I think they're playing it smart. I think they're holding it back and trying to take the opportunities when they can, because we're not getting many. And I think you go into a game with us, that you're not going to have possession.
Oh, look at that flick from Rafinha. Olmo now. Oh, Fermin was in for a third. He couldn't quite be picked up there by Olmo. There was quite a few bodies in the way. That's nice as well. Tackle, Jenna Martin. We like it.
It was Copenhagen tried to return the little back heel flick there that we did. But it was Gerard Martin with a brilliant tackle there to stop. Again, it's what I said starting the second half. It was I really want to see us trying to shut down Copenhagen so early on, and Gerard Martin did really well there to shut it down literally before it got past the halfway line. So again, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I do have to say, Marc Bernal has been a really good change.
Yeah, it has been smart. Yeah,
I would assume it's been forced, but I think he's inserted a lot of energy that we need on the pitch. The energy that maybe Gavi gives us. That young energy that you really just want. They want to be on the ball all the time, and Marc Bernal is really asking for more every single time. He's getting into really good pockets of spaces, and I think he's been a good addition to kind of he's blended in well with the rest of the team in terms of energy.
He certainly has. But Copenhagen have made 2 more changes themselves, by the way. Here are people. Jordan Larson is one of those players of Robert's on. Real Madrid, by the way, have scored. They've got one back, so they're currently losing 3-2 to Benfica. It really is very, very busy right now, people. It feels like the goals are flying in everywhere you look. Not one you can really take your eyes off, if I'm being honest with you. It's very tense, very tight in there.
How's the rest?
Chelsea drawing 2-2, Newcastle 1-1 with PSG. Olmo now in behind for Barça. He's got Rafinha there, didn't use him. He's got Bernal on the edge, delays. And again, didn't use Balde either. Olmo keeping it all for himself. Bernal.
Again, it's just the speed of play that really ticks me off sometimes.
I mean,
Danny Olmo getting into
space. Lewandowski's in.
No,
is that not a penalty? No, says the referee. He's given it. He has given it. Penalty to Barça. Referee saw it late, but does now give it. Well, Lewandowski looked lined up to shoot, didn't he? And to score. There was a delay in the decision from the referee. This will tell us, Alex, is this a penalty or not? Lewandowski there. Does he kick through Suzuki? More than anything, right?
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Wouldn't be shocked if that gets overturned, you know. Although is it Suzuki who puts his boot in the way?
The thing is that Suzuki puts his boot in the way, and it throws off Lewandowski enough that he's not able to get contact on the ball.
Agreed.
It's a very slight touch. It is really soft. If you're looking at, you know, they're reviewing it now, but if you look at the touch, it is really, really subtle and soft. But is it a clear? That is a very clear. It's
They've got a decision to make here.
Yeah.
I never know what to think about these ones, Alex. I really...
The thing is that the motion, and the thing is that Suzuki doesn't even contest it. That's the other thing that it says a lot, because he does put his foot in, and I think it's been given.
It's been given, I think, people. And look at this,
again,
by the way.
it's very, very soft. The touch is really, really soft, but Suzuki literally interrupts Lewandowski, and that is a clear goal-scoring opportunity. It's by the book.
Yeah, there you go.
I think it's the correct call when you see it, but again, it is a very, very soft touch from Suzuki, but it's enough to deny Lewandowski of that goal-scoring opportunity. And we have Rafinha there in the spot ready to take this.
Here we go, guys. In the complexion of the way things are going right now, this could almost put Barça into the top 8 for sure. You'd feel Rafinha with a golden chance to maybe put this one to bed here. Midway through the second half, up steps the Brazilian with the armband on. Rafinha! Oh, it's a brilliant penalty. Drilled into the bottom corner, and Barça have daylight at the Spotify Camp Nou. All three of the front three have scored here. Barca's big names have come up big, and they're now in a really commanding position against the Danish champions. Barça 3, Copenhagen 1.
Vamos! Vamos!
There you go, Alex.
Ahora sí está muy bien. Ay, Rafa. I think also it's a good... I do like the fact that Rafa has gotten the ball. You know, he showed up for us in so many big moments. And, you know, Lamine Yamal is just taking him and pointing at him. He's had a really good game today, I have to say, as well. He's been on the ball quite a lot, and that was just a brilliant shot.
Wow.
There's no stopping that. The keeper went the right way. I think he literally... There was more than enough space for him to get a hand on that. But the speed that Rafinha took that with, there was no stopping that, no matter how quick your reaction is.
No, there you go. 3-1 Barça, Lewandowski, Lamine and Rafinha all on the score sheet, and Barça really in good stead now. We have a bit of daylight now, up to +7 on goal difference, and really midway through the second half, the job has almost been done. Barça have completed the turnaround. They completed it pretty confidently. Go on. The chuches, the sweets. That's thanks to those in the control room. They provided a bit of energy. But Barca have been good in the second half. They really have. They've been sharp. And if Balde plays this quick, Rafinha's in. He couldn't get it around the back, though. And now Copenhagen themselves will come forward. Now they certainly are in a very precarious position, staring on the barrel of being knocked out of the Champions League. That ball from Joan Garcia nearly found Rafinha. It might still fall to a Blaugrana shirt. It won't. And last 20 minutes looking very different to how we maybe thought the last 20 minutes were going to look. It felt like this was going to be the game that we were going to be desperate to the end of the game, but such is the scoring capability of this team that, well, they've already turned this around and turned it around quite convincingly too here. Already with just 70 minutes played. Barca 5th and pretty comfortably 5th too.
5-1.
Could be coming. Could be coming, Alex.
Hopefully.
Is today your day?
Is today finally my day, Pablo? Now that we said it, it's definitely not going to be my day.
Yeah, we've done it. We've ruined it now. Here's Balde. Done that run a few times already so far tonight. Coming inside. This is Lewandowski. Now Jules Koundé. Lamine Yamal. Oh, Koundé's in. Didn't use it. Thought he was in. Lamine. Again, delays. Doesn't use the pass. Bernaldo, he's been everywhere since coming on. Little octopus legs in midfield. What on earth has that been given for? Seriously, what handball or what?
Handball, Marc Bernal. There's changes coming, I think.
Looks like Alex. Yeah, let's see. Maybe they are for Barca now that we've got ourselves the 2-goal advantage. Let's see. There's a Lamine Yamal's goal.
Marcus Rashford and Ferran Torres were the ones who won me up.
Yeah, it sounds like it is going to be Barca changes too, judging by the claps going around the stadium. Nice that Rafinha celebrates with his manager there, Hansi Flick. Taking some instructions on too. Here we go then.
Ronald Araujo
Yeah,
on.
Araujo's on. Okay, that's very interesting indeed.
Gerard Martin off. Dani Olmo off.
Rashford on. Okay. That's quite an attacking change, that second one, Alex.
So
Rafinha
you would
into
think
midfield,
maybe I was
right?
going to say Rafinha into midfield, Rashford off the left. Joan Laporta there with a slight smirk on his face. I think you can say he's a happy man right now.
So Fermin, who is one booking away from a suspension, stays on. And Olmo is off. That's interesting also.
Yeah.
Important minutes these for Rashford. They didn't get any on the weekend against the Oviedo. So now 20 minutes here. He's got 4 goals already so far in this season's Champions League.
Yeah.
And also for Araujo.
Offsides there from Copenhagen. Got into a really good position there on an attack. Offsides. Our high line has been really, really good today, I have to say that as well. Jules Koundé has cut off that right side quite a lot. And yeah, hopefully we can keep this going, get as many goals as we can. I think every single player on the pitch knows that we can't stop now. We can't be satisfied with 3 points.
Oh, there he goes. Balde loves it in
venga.
those sorts of positions. He's steaming forward here. Look at the numbers Barca have got forward. Balde. Did he pick the right one? Rafinha, deflection.
Out for
And
a
it's going to be a
kick.
corner. There you go. I'll tell you what, Alex. We've got Rashford, Lewandowski, Lamine, Fermin, Rafinha all on the pitch together. And Copenhagen, when they go forward, they're leaving gaps. And with those players, you don't really want to leave many, do you?
Oh, it's Marcus Rashford corner kick now. Yeah, you don't really know. We started the game really, really strong offensively with Dani Olmo and Fermin Lopez in those attacking 10 positions. Now you have Marcus Rashford and Rafinha into the 10. And now you have, Ronald Araujo for the corner kicks, who can be a really, really big, positive change there with Marcus Rashford. His corners are just begging for someone to get to the end of it.
What's a giveaway there, though, by Lamine, I think it was. And here come Copenhagen themselves on the breakaway. Oh, good tackle, Koundé. Cruncher, wasn't it? But he got the ball cleanly.
It was really good. It was out there for Alejandro Valde. He was doing really well to track back and delay as much as he can. He delayed really, really well for probably most of, in his own half. He delayed just enough for Jules Koundé to be able to catch up and make that really, really good tackle. Now we're in the front again. Hopefully we can keep this up, get another goal soon. Marc Bernal there, finding really, really good pockets of spaces, I do have to say, going forward.
That's nice from Fermin. He's just dropped that wide here for Rashford, who's fresh
Go on,
and can
Rashi.
drive at his
Go
men.
on, Rashi. Keep going.
A bit caught up in his boots, though, didn't he? And in the end, Fermin is going to be the one to win this back for Barça. Fermin could be an exciting last 15 minutes or so for Rashford, couldn't it?
Yeah, no,
Nice
you would like to
prospect
say.
for him running at tired defenders.
Yeah, exactly. You have Alejandro Valde and Marcus Rashford on one side. There's a lot of speed there. A lot of advantages that we can take on that left side of the pitch for us. And now I think right now we're slowed the game down just a little bit. Take a breather before maybe we end the half. Really, really fast. But obviously, the changes that we've made have been like for like. Rafinha and Lamine Yamal doing really well to play off each other there, just making the defenders dizzy.
This is an interesting moment in the game, Alex, because obviously the players don't know the other results. For all they know, maybe a +2 isn't enough. And I actually get the feeling we're playing as though Hansi Flick or someone on the bench hasn't told them, maybe in hope that they keep going, in hope that we don't just slip up. But if they knew the results, they'd actually realise that 3-1 is very, very fine right now.
Yeah, but you would know, I think football enough that anything can change. So saying that to the players doesn't really give the advantage really at all. Because granted, that can literally change within any second, and there's so many matches going on, and so many contexts that we rely on, and giving that information to the players on the pitch is just going to make it even worse for them to concentrate on the match. I think it's always about doing the best that you can in every opportunity that you have.
Here comes Lamine. Quick feet from him, corner.
Another corner. I think for them it's all about doing the best that you can. And right now the best that we can is getting as many goals as we can, and rightfully so. I think the second half really kind of set the tone for that. And we knew that coming in. I would love to know what Hansi Flick said at halftime, because it's always the halftime talks that really like fire them up.
Looking like another comeback win, isn't it?
Yeah, there's so many times that we've been, been really, really bad in the first half, and the second half just completely changes. And I would love to know the way that Hansi Flick kind of manages them in that halftime talk, because it really does motivate the players and it does change the game a lot of the time.
There's Rafinha's corner. Kubarsi got that on target at the back post, didn't he? Decent save at the front post also. The goalkeeper, and good from Lamine all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Barça can recycle again with Joan Garcia. They're going to do a pause in play because there's something that's happened at the back post. Let's see who's down. It's actually Fermin who's down.
Yeah.
Holding his hip almost there.
Yeah, it's like outside quads, leg, probably an impact. Just studs. Yeah, studs to his outside, kind of just under the hip. Impacts plus quads. That was going in as well.
It's pretty impressive finish from Kubarsi, wasn't it? Tight angle.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to get the ball back and across the goal for anybody to touch it in. But it was a good save from the keeper. It was a really awkward save, but he did really well to keep it out. Fermin is. It was boots and studs into the leg. That's definitely coming in bruise tonight.
Hodge is going to come on here for Elyounoussi. Not really seen a lot of Elyounoussi so far tonight for Copenhagen, who started brightly but have slowly dropped off as the game has gone on. And right now there is certainly a lot more calm inside the Spotify Camp Nou, and rightly so. Barça right now comfortable enough. Here is Araujo off to Koundé. Game's got a very different feel about it than it did in the first half, when everything was far too rushed, far too frantic for Barça, who were really struggling to get themselves into their top gears. Bernal's addition at halftime has been key. What a top young player he is, and he's reminded us of that really tonight as well, I'd say. And look at Pedri there on the bench, sort of done that role, hasn't he, in terms of controlling, keeping things ticking over. Quick feet, slick football, exactly what Barca missed in the first half. Yeah, no,
I really do think that Marc Bernal has been a really good change in the second half. Again, I think it probably was forced. You didn't really expect, Hansi Flick to make that change so early on, maybe later in the game, as we've seen Marc Bernal come on a lot of the times. But no, I think he's been an absolutely brilliant change. He's instilled a lot of calmness, and Marc Casado is coming on for us now.
There you go. So
for Fermin Lopez.
There you go. More padding out of the midfield, and Fermin is now going to be withdrawn, so he will indeed be ready for the next game in the Champions League. No suspension for him, and Barca now able to just rotate a few players. And Alex, we go back to more of a usual midfield too, don't we, of Casado and Bernal, who are of course used to play next to each other in there. Yeah, no, I think you would want to say that's a good sub from Hansi Flick, just asking him if he's okay. He's like, no, a smart sub there. Obviously, we do risk him to a yellow card potentially in the next match. So, do we need another loss in midfield? No. Yeah. The short answer is no. So again, Marc Casado is, we know that he's well capable of playing in the midfield. For somebody that forget, he is not a right back. Yeah. But no, I think right now we're controlling the game really, really well. 3-1 is good cushion. Is it enough? I want to say it's not, just because of the stake of the game and the fact that we can score more goals. Again, I think we've just sat in once we scored that third one. And again, is it, off the bench maybe, or is it just the flow of what the game has gone into? But again, I think we still do need to score as many as we can. Get one more in or two more, just to make my life a bit better. Getting my score prediction in. Out of nowhere, a team who we weren't even discussing too much, just because there are so many teams failing right now. Inter Milan have gone 1-0 up, and they've put themselves 8th. That is because PSG, Newcastle, Chelsea, Sporting, Atleti and Atalanta are all not winning their games. So there you go. Inter Milan currently into 8th spot, and Barca right now, out of the teams we discussed at the top of the programme, it's us and City who are doing our jobs out of that batch that were tied on 13 points. The tides have turned. Fascinating, isn't it? That's how quickly it can change. So what, Newcastle, PSG are tied right now? That means right now it means both of them are out. By the way, I say out. They're 9th and 10th. They'll be in the playoffs, of course. They're out of the top 8. Top 8. Yeah. Offsides. And we've said it before. Ideally, we avoid the top 8, don't we? Just because of the fixture load. We lose. We miss. 2 matches. It's just unnecessary to play 2 extra matches right now. Looks like Ferran Torres is coming on for Lewandowski now. I think that was a change. There you go. We expected that at some point in the game, probably. Lewandowski then, Alex, made history
Maker.
tonight. Only Leo Messi has scored against 40 different Champions League teams. Lewandowski has matched the Argentines' record this evening. He goes on the pitch to a standing ovation, so the team's second top scorer this season replaced by the team's first top scorer. Ferran Torres was out for about 10 days. He's now back and back on the pitch.
A big hug there from Hansi Flick to Lewandowski. I think everybody knows how important he has been for us tonight. You know, he's not only has he scored, obviously, you know, the biggest goal of the night to open the goal scoring. Oh, good pass there from Rashford and
nice.
Bernal. Oi.
Bit loose, wasn't it? But Koundé's recovered it.
But also Lewandowski has. That was an
Silly,
interesting.
wasn't it?
Yeah. Lewandowski, I must say, you know, that pass to Rafinha, that Rafinha couldn't get into the back of the net was really like that's a pass that you would expect from Firmino or Dani Olmo into that 10 position, but Lewandowski, you know, pulled that out. He's like, I'm still young, guys. You know, I'm still here. And I think he's dipped into a lot of those, you know, deep lying positions, trying to assist his teammates rather than just being the goal scorer. And I do have to say I've been impressed with Lewandowski the past few matches.
Rashford now off the left-hand side for Barca. Rashford thought about it, went for it, just opened up for him, didn't it really? And he's got the range to shoot from that sort of distance. Now Cazador with Bernal. And Barca will recycle again. When he gets there, he always thinks about the shot, doesn't he, Rashford, on that occasion?
And I think
he went for it.
I think everybody wants him to think about the shot in that location as well. You know, he gets into his positions and you say shoot. I think naturally, you know the whipper that Marcus Rashford has on his right foot. You know that literally anywhere from the corner of that box, he can just whip it in and it will get top bins. Almost certainly, you know, the pace and the fact that he gets on the ball, it's so hard for any keeper to get to the end of that. So yeah, you know, Marcus Rashford, go ahead and shoot every time you get into those positions, please, because we do need that. And I think we said that a lot of time, that we do like when the players get those shots from outside of the box, because it does, you know, use that advantage, because so many teams drop really, really deep.
Just thought he was going to line one up again there, Alex, but he was fouled in the process, and he's actually quite hurt there, Rashford. You could see he wanted to stay on his feet, but simply couldn't. Yeah,
I think it was a knee, really bad tackle. Well, I wouldn't say a bad tackle, it was late. It was definitely late. I think it was just hit him where it hurts. Nothing too bad with Marcus Rashford there. It's a really good position as well. You know, I would say Marcus Rashford, go for it, really, wouldn't you? From this position.
Yeah, let's see who takes the ball. Rafinha's got his hands in it, but yeah, from this range,
say
Alex,
it's
for a right footer, isn't it?
I'd say Marcus Rashford, go on and go for it.
And if you want to go for goal, this will be the range, or are Barca going to cross this in? Let's see then what's conjured up here. Barca currently 5th in the standings, people, with the results going on elsewhere. It's getting very interesting in the last 5 minutes or so.
I do.
Free kick
I want
goal.
A free kick goal, Pablo. I genuinely want it so badly.
Marcus Rashford then
go on,
for Barca, or is it Rafinha? It's Rashford who strikes! He scored! Barca have scored a free kick, and it's Marcus Rashford who's got it. It's his 5th goal in this season's Champions League. And well, Barca hadn't scored a free kick since last season against Sevilla. Pablo Torre got that one. This time around, it's Marcus Rashford. It's Barca 4, Copenhagen 1. Alexis Mateta, can you believe that?
Finally, my God, it's taking so long for a direct free kick goal. I think Marcus Rashford is the man that you want on the end of that, and he did really well to take it. He went near post. That's so hard to get in perfectly. Near post is obviously when the keeper is the farthest out. Just went through the ball, bounced really low. The keeper had no chance on that, really, with the bounce just outside the goal. Finally, Pablo. Direct free kick goal.
It's all happening tonight, Alex. Can you believe it? How the tables are turned in the second half. And Marcus Rashford, he needed that one too, didn't he? Yeah. What a big goal for him in his Barca career. Nicely placed. Keeper only got a glove to it. Couldn't keep it out. Maybe saw it late.
Yeah,
and now Barca really, really in control.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant for Marcus Rashford. Again, he went near post. Obviously, that's the post where the keeper is furthest away from. And the keeper has such a short amount of time to react to that. And it bounced right before. Obviously, again, you know, the effects of offsides.
Surely, well, it's gone through everyone though. The flag will go up. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, offsides, clearly offside from Copenhagen's attack there. But again, the effects, one of the special things about Marcus Rashford when he shoots the ball is the effect that he puts on the ball. It's just like whipping through, really, and just the way that he hits it with the speed as well. You know, for keepers, it's just an absolute nightmare. And I've been wanting that direct free kick going. Genuinely, I don't think there's anybody better than Marcus Rashford right now on the team to take that.
Yeah.
Rafinha would be a close.
You were calling for Alex.
Rafinha would be a close second, I think. But
yeah.
I think Marcus Rashford has to take the top spot there for best free kickers. Free kickers, that thing, I've made it up.
Free kick takers.
It's a thing now. It's a thing now. No, but yeah, it's been a long time coming. Was that a step?
Yeah, I think he just got trodden on there. Castlo He was certainly in a bit of pain, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And the referee's counting the fouls made,
Yeah.
and he gives the booking. Well, first half was so tense, so nervy, wasn't it, really? And very frustrating indeed. Second half's been a breeze, really, for Barça, who are very much enjoying themselves now. Oh, that wasn't a great one, was it, at all, Alex?
Yeah, no, it was an awkward challenge from both of them. It was a 50-50, but the ball kind of bounces just above their foot, and Melling just completely steps on Marc Casado. That hurts quite a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, those are very painful. Araujo now to Koundé, back to Araujo, Juan Garcia to be careful. It's a really nice pass from him, though, drilled into the feet of the recently fouled Casado. Now Rashford. Given away there by Barca, and here come Copenhagen.
Yeah, Copenhagen, to be fair, have been pressing really well.
Strike deflection! Oh, just wide of Juan Garcia's post. Very nearly crept in that from Youssoufa Moukoko.
Yeah, when we've been playing at the back, when Copenhagen have had numbers forwards, they triggered themselves to press really, really, really aggressively. They literally, they just suffocated us in our own box going forward. They pinned us back. They've been doing that really well, but they can only do it in certain occasions when they have players forwards, because other than that, they can't commit to any players forwards. To be fair, I think Copenhagen have actually played a really good match. Again, their attacking players have been really good. They've been really intelligent in the pressing. Again, I don't think they're good enough to really kind of. It was Araujo there with the clearance. Go on.
Oh, very dangerous that, wasn't it? Rashford was away if he'd got in there. Copenhagen just about survive, and now they're going forward themselves, and goodness me, they're going to score, are they yet? 4-2. Juan Garcia missed it, didn't get enough on it, and it's the captain who's got one back. Barca 4, Copenhagen 2. What a scrappy goal to concede, Alex.
That was awful. It was so scrappy.
Yeah. Not great defensively, that from Barca. It shouldn't really matter too much at this stage, but it's a shame to concede again. A few complaints, Barca, that maybe there Courtois was fouled in the build-up. Can't see that being given, I'm going to be really honest with you.
No, definitely not.
And then this is the follow-up, wasn't it? Across the back post. Juan Garcia came, didn't get it, that was the issue. Strange situation.
Yeah.
Didn't make good contact on the first header there, but on the second, Gabriel enough to scrape it over the goal line.
Yeah. I mean, it's clear goal. There's no doubt about that. It was even a handball from Courtois. Unfortunate, really. We were doing everything right, and again, it's one of our biggest weaknesses. Copenhagen knew that perfectly well. We've been saying it for the entire match. Copenhagen have been really good in terms of what are they? Are they? No, it's Courtois' hand.
It hits off Courtois' hand.
I don't know what they're checking.
I'm going to be really honest. I'm really not sure why this. Offside. Okay.
Courtois was down though.
Oh, you know what I think it could be? You know that there was another player who was contesting that on the goal line. Were they interfering with play technically?
When?
When Gabriel goes to head it, there's another Copenhagen player who sort of checks in across the line, and I wonder if they're claiming he's interfering with Courtois' jump as he goes in. Let's take a look here. Only 1 minute of added time has been added, by the way, at the end of this first half, which is good for us, I suppose. It means that this is going to be wrapped up pretty soon.
Yeah. He's going to go look at it now.
Oh, this is going to be chalked off, I think, people. He's going to go and check at the monitor. Here we go then, Alex. Let's see if what I was maybe thinking has any there. That's not what I was thinking. Is he offside there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I suppose he's the one who then he shrugs off Courtois, right?
Yeah, he's definitely offside.
I think
he's definitely offside.
They're claiming he interferes with play by doing this to Courtois, right?
Does he really?
Doesn't do much. He doesn't do much.
He really doesn't do much. He's definitely offside.
Just by being there, isn't it? I suppose, right?
Yeah.
That he stops Kouassi's run. Is that it? He doesn't touch the ball.
Yeah, he's definitely offside. I think they're going to chalk it off.
Yeah, they're going to chalk it off, people. This isn't going to stand, so it's going to stay at 4-1, I think. Referee's agreeing with the reason he got called over to the monitor.
Yeah. Offside.
There you go. So Barca remain at 4-1. Niestrup's fuming. I mean, it won't change anything for either Barca or Copenhagen. I can understand the frustration. I'm going to be really honest. We just saw it, Alex. They're claiming there was a player who was in an offside position obstructing play.
He did a bare minimum of
it's simply by being there, wasn't it? I mean, it's
again,
harsh.
you know, I always, when you look at these calls for our rivals, you think about it. If it happened to us, we would be really frustrated with that call.
Yeah,
because he really doesn't do much. Granted, he's really offsides, but he intervened with Kouassi at the very start of the play. But when Kouassi actually tries to defend that ball going in the back of the net, he's literally nowhere to be found in that play. So it is a bit harsh, I think. You know, I'll take it because, you know, that goal difference right now is what we want, and it's good for us. But it is unfortunate for Copenhagen. That is a rough call. I have to say, again, I always look at it in the sense of, like, if that's been called on us, it is quite harsh.
I mean, my goodness.
If anything, he interviews with his own teammate, then Kouassi.
He barely comes near. He barely comes near a Barca play. Yeah, it's purely the fact that he's there, I suppose, that blocks the Barca runs. But there's actually 7 added minutes, by the way, people. Not 1. They put 1 on our screens a minute ago, which did seem a bit odd. But it's now 7, which have been added on, which I suppose also feels a little bit excessive. But we'll play them out. Barca 4-1 up, in control here. The second half turnaround more than complete. And right now,
go on, Rashi.
Oh, we're in again. Rashford laid off, and it just in front of Rafinha.
I really just want my 5-1 now.
Yeah, of course, Alex. Yeah, you're 1 goal away.
That was a really good opportunity, to be fair. Rafa, I think he just tried to let the ball roll through, tried to get the first touch after he beat the Copenhagen defender without touching the ball. Rashford, could he gone maybe for a goal there? You don't really know. It was a good play, to be fair. Won the ball. We lost the ball and won it back really high up the pitch. But again, you know, there's only 3 minutes and a half left to go. I think now it's just about controlling the game as much as we can. Try to go for the 5th one if we can.
Well, Lamine was fouled as he tried to rule out. I'll tell you what, Ferran made a really good run in behind. I just thought Lamine was going to do one of his outside of the boot balls in behind to Ferran, but he couldn't quite find him. Gabriel, who had thought he'd scored, has been booked, actually cautioned for the challenge. There's Barça now. Well, with about just over 3 minutes to go. You know what I think has just happened there, Alex? I think they've shown the results around the ground, and people have seen that Real Madrid are losing. That's what the roar is from the stadium.
Oh, go on, Rashford.
Here comes
Take
Rashford.
Take a second post.
There's options at the back post. Rashford, is this 5-1?
No.
Ferran.
That was never on. I don't know what Ferran Torres was doing there, to be honest.
Bad giveaway that. Lamine. Oh, he's missed it.
I genuinely don't know what Ferran Torres tried to do there. That was really bad decision making there from Ferran Torres. Really good play from Marcus Rashford.
I love this.
But I think everyone's just really happy right now.
Can I just say, guys, Madrid are losing, but they're actually at 8th right now, so they are going to be in the top 8 as things stand. But the Barca fans don't care, simply because Madrid are losing right now. They're losing 3-2 to Benfica, but they are 8th. And wow, PSG and Newcastle have drawn.
Is that finished?
They both stay outside of the top 8. Remarkable.
We said it at the beginning of the match. You know, best ideal situation is us winning and Newcastle and PSG tying, because we literally jump over both of them. We're hearing everybody here in the control room.
Goodness
being
me!
Really happy.
Oh goodness me! It's all happening. Sporting Lisbon have just gone 3-2 up against Athletic Club, and Real Madrid are currently 9th. There you go. Maybe that's what the stadium was seeing, Alex.
Oh, go on.
Rafinha over to Ferran. It's all happening around the grounds. My goodness me. Sporting have turned it around. As things stand then, people, Arsenal 1st, Bayern 2nd, Liverpool 3rd, Tottenham 4th, Barca 5th, Chelsea 6th, Sporting 7th, and Man City 8th. Real Madrid are currently 9th. My goodness me. They were 5th at the start of the night.
I was going to say, Chelsea came back to Napoli as well.
Yeah, lots of comebacks. Barca, Chelsea and Sporting all losing today.
Yeah,
they're all winning right now.
Atletico Madrid is still losing.
Yeah, Atletico de Madrid not had a good evening
to
whatsoever.
Be fair, I know this absolutely doesn't really matter at all. But Arsenal had a struggle overnight today as well, 3-2
against but Arsenal have won 8 out of 8 though, Alex.
Yeah, no, they've played really, really well this Champions League campaign, to be fair.
There you go. Chelsea have won, so Chelsea will be in the top 8. There you go. Chelsea's 6th currently. Tottenham are there too.
Won, Man City have won.
My goodness me. By the way, right now, 5 Premier League teams in the top 8, people. 5 of them. All 5 of them. Oh, look at that from Lamine. This is brilliant skill from him. He's got Balde in support. It's left for Rashford. Rashford's going to hit this, you know. Marcus Rashford. Oh, he's at the crossbar. Deflection on it, Alex. That was your moment.
That was my goal, Pablo.
Let us know quickly in the live chat, by the way, who your MVP was. You've got the chart. You've got the poll in the chat right now. Nearly 6,000 of you watching on. Corner here for Barça. That could be it. Yeah. That is it. Full time here at the Spotify Camp Nou then. And it's ended. Barça 4, Copenhagen 1. Job done for the Blaugrana. We finished 5th in the league phase of the competition. We will indeed qualify directly through to the top 8 for Barça. It's very much objective achieved. Job done for Hansi Flick's team. It really was. 1-0 down at half-time. By full-time, 4-1 up. Goals from Lewandowski, from Lamine, from Rafinha, and then a 4th from Rashford. Everyone got in on the action. A very good night in the end for Barça at the Spotify Camp Nou. Another comeback, and we're 5th out of 8 teams. We're through to the round of 16. Everyone take a deep breath. It is over then, people. It is officially over, and around the grounds too, which means I can put on your screens right now the standings for this one. In the league phase of the Champions League, that is the setup. Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Tottenham are through. Barca finished 5th. A very, very good result, I must say, for us at the start of the evening. A very good result for us.
I think this calls for a celebratory.
Tuck in, Alex, tuck in. Chelsea are 6th. They've beaten Napoli. Sporting are 7th. Remarkably, they beat Athletic Club in the last minute from behind 2-1 down to 3-2 up. City have snatched 8th, unbelievably. Madrid are still playing, but they're 3-2 down to Benfica. That's one of the only games that's still live right now. We must be in the dying embers. Gavi's checking his phone. Hansi Flick was checking his phone.
They have 3 minutes left to play. Real Madrid they've got a red card.
Oh wow, Raul Asensio's just been sent off for Madrid. There you go.
Just now, and they have 2 minutes to kill Benfica there for the win.
There you go. Remember, if Madrid even get a singular goal, they'll get themselves in the top 8. So we'll wait for that. But other than that, Alex, for Barca, which is who we're.
Everyone has his phones out. Yeah. Everyone on the pitch has his phone out.
Everyone's checking.
It's funny.
I mean, for Barca, they'll check, obviously, Alex, and they'll see their 5th.
Us as well.
And they must be pretty pleased with that, really, all things considered. 5th is a very good position, especially when we're 1-0 down at half-time,
Yeah, no, you really have to take the first half awful. I don't think there's another word to describe our first half. It was really just not to the standard that we needed it to be. We did nothing good that first half, really. Obviously we reacted well after Copenhagen scored, but again, another day of doing everything right and not being able to get, the ball in the back of the net. And obviously Hansi Flick has worked his magic at halftime with his talk, and we were able to flip it around literally in completely different second half from that first, luckily for us, because we really, really needed that. It was so important for us to get that, and we got it. And again, I can't lie, I wasn't the most optimistic person right now, but no, luckily for us, I definitely knew that we were going to win, but again, 4-1 is really good, so I think we had plenty of opportunities to make it 5-1, 6-1. So again, I think the second half is another big positive, another comeback for the team.
Yep. Yeah, they keep on producing.
Yeah, we end now top 8. We save ourselves from 2 more matches. We go directly into the round of 16. I'm having the Benfica Real Madrid's
Yeah,
game
indeed.
here.
You can see the table there, people. So
Yeah.
Barça directly through, as Alex says, to the round of 16.
Yeah.
We won't be playing in the playoffs, and that is because of also a lot of the other results that have gone on around us this evening. Aitana in attendance for a nice historic evening for Barça. So there are the results, then the ones that really made a difference to us. Athletic Club there falling to a late defeat of 2-3 against Sporting Lisbon. Atletico, they didn't produce anything at all. Look at that. They there with a 2-1 defeat in the end to Bodo Glimt at home. Not what you'd expect at all. Inter Milan did get a 2-0 win in their game, remarkably so. And you see there also Tottenham Hotspur in the end there picking up a victory over Frankfurt. That meant that they had stayed above Barça, interestingly enough. And indeed, Barça there with a 4-1 win over Copenhagen. How are Madrid doing, Alex? They still going?
It's the time. 5 minutes are up. I'm just waiting for the confirmation for it to be. I'm literally just refreshing my phone. But I would imagine that literally it's going to be full time any time now. I think it's safe to say that Real Madrid are out of the top 8.
Yeah, could very well be. Could very well be indeed. The results are still coming in, but as things stand, people, it's going to be Barça who are going to be in that top 5 of the competition. And they're going to be there with Chelsea 6th and a few teams beneath them. Alex, right now it looks as though Real Madrid not going to make it. It's still in play, though.
It's still in play right now. It's still in play. I have to say, yeah, it seems like they're not going to make it. Oh, it's a 90+7. They're in 96th minute now. Oh, 1 more minute and they're out. And that would mean this is the final table then, isn't it?
Yeah, that would indeed mean that. Let's go through the other batch of results then from this evening's clash. There they are, City with a 2-0 win. It was more.
Oh, wow,
it was just about enough for them. In the end, they finished 8th. There you see Benfica Madrid, the only ones still in play. PSG Newcastle.
It was 5 minutes of additional time, but they got a second red card. So.
Oh my goodness me, Rodrigo's been sent off too.
Yeah.
Rodrigo's been sent off 2 sendings off for Real Madrid. My goodness me. Well, lost their heads in the last few moments.
Literally.
And then you see the final result there. Atalanta, no chance. They actually lost away to Union Saint-Gilloise, and Chelsea have beaten Napoli, which, as we said, means that these are the final standings of the competition. Right then, Alex, that's going to end.
I'll let you know. But I'm assuming, 4-2 for Benfica.
Benfica have made it 4-2. There you go.
Right, so I think that's done and dusted.
That's done and dusted. Madrid aren't going to be in the top 8. They're going to end up finishing 9th in the competition. Not their night. It certainly was Barça's night. We're going to take a very quick break here. Don't go anywhere because we've got all of this, more of this discussion to come up. Best believe it. Plus all the reactions coming from the Spotify Camp Nou. Barça through their 5th, in fact. It's been a very good night for the Catalans. It really has. Don't go anywhere, people. We'll see you soon. Right then, people, hello and welcome back to the post-game show here on Barça Live. It's going to be a crazy evening going through everything, all the chaos that's just happened. What we do know is that Barça have beaten Copenhagen by 4-1. They are in the top 8 of the competition. We're 5th right now. Yep. And we've just been discussing what this means, guys, is that actually we do have sort of
There's
an eye
so much chaos
as
happening.
to who we might be playing.
But before, I do want to say, Benfica's goalkeeper scored a goal against Real Madrid.
Yes.
That is something everybody needs to see. That is a big, big feat. Benfica needed that 4th goal to go through in the Champions League, and they got it from their keeper.
In
the 98th minute.
No,
that
well
is
remembered, Alex.
That was amazing. But okay, Pop. So
no.
Let's give it a minute. Shout out.
Let's give it a minute. Benfica were beating Madrid by 3-2, and they needed one more goal to get in the top 24. And Madrid had 9 men, so Benfica sent everyone up. And Trubin, the goalkeeper, scored a header. They've won 4-2. Madrid are 9th. They don't finish in the top 8. No. Quite a poetic evening, actually, for a Barça fan, I will say. Right then, what this means, guys. So Barça and Chelsea, 5th and 6th. Well, what's going to happen is we're going to be playing against either. And I'll tell you this now. Let me log on. I'll tell you exactly the numbers, guys. Barça or Chelsea, who have finished 5th or 6th, guys. We now know, of course, on Friday, there's the playoff draw.
Yeah.
Now, what's going to happen here, people, is the playoff draw, because this is a new format we've got to get our heads around. Basically, in the playoff draw, we've got, and I'll show you here, PSG and Newcastle, 11th or 12th, are going to be playing against 21st or 22nd. So either PSG or Newcastle are playing against either Qarabağ or Monaco. Yeah. Okay? So there'll be 2 winners coming out from those ties, which means, if you think about it likely, Newcastle and PSG are probably the most likely winners. In short, Barça will be facing in the round of 16 either Qarabağ, Monaco, PSG or Newcastle in the round of 16. It really is. It's ridiculous that
PSG and Newcastle have to play again.
Yeah, well, they might have to. No, it will be.
So either or.
Correct.
Granted. Okay, so I was reading this wrong.
So either PSG.
Yeah.
Or so PSG will play against Qarabağ or Monaco.
Yeah. And we either get the winner of. Yes. Okay. Now.
Got it. Yeah. Exactly. So it's a bit chaotic, but there we go, people. There we go. Barça are through. They're through to round of 16, and what we've just found out is we're against Qarabağ, Monaco, PSG, or Newcastle. What a crazy night of action, Alex. It really was. Try and take a break. Try and digest it all.
I'm trying to look at everything, really. There's a chance also that Real Madrid have to go up against Benfica again.
Goodness me.
There's a chance again. God. There's so many good opportunities here, but obviously. I
can tell you what, Alex, we've got immediate interviews coming in. Marc Bernales with Llorenç Tarés.
Marc, felicitats. Quina bogeria de nit. Al final 5è. No sé com heu viscut aquesta bogeria de, a banda de vosaltres haver de guanyar el partit, anar veient com variaven les posicions.
Hola, bona nit. No, la veritat que molt content. Nosaltres el que hem fet és el que esperàvem des del principi, és anar per al partit, a per els 3 punts i marcar els possibles gols que poguéssim fer, i llavors que sabíem que si fèiem bé les coses, doncs els resultats serien els que volíem.
La segona meitat, evidentment, l'equip ha canviat la cara, més heu trobat el camí del gol molt ràpid. No és una excusa, però no sé si fins i tot el vent a la primera meitat perjudicava molt i a la segona beneficiava.
No, sí que és veritat que hi havia molt vent, però bueno, al final ells a la primera part s'han sabut tancar bé a darrere, després del primer gol. Hem parlat a mitja part i hem sabut aprofitar els espais, i llavors quan hem marcat el primer anàvem amb aquesta energia, amb l'ajuda de l'estadi, i hem pogut aconseguir el resultat.
La Champions, evidentment, és un dels grans objectius, i en jornades així, evidentment, la satisfacció és màxima. És un dels grans objectius, Marc. I ja avui.
Sí, això és un pas endavant per aquest objectiu que dius tu, i és en el que somiem tots.
No sé si us heu enterat de possibles rivals de 8ens o ja tindrem temps de parlar-ne.
Ostres, no he pogut enterar, però segur que ja tindrem temps de planejar i mirar-ho per al futur.
Felicitats, Marc.
Moltes gràcies. Bona nit.
There you have it then, people. First interview of the evening is in Alex Marc Bernal. Let's speak about him for just a moment. Yeah, what a performance in the second half. He came on at half-time 1-0 down. I thought he controlled things. He was excellent.
He was brilliant, I thought. For Eddie Garcia, it was already a big feat to replace Frenkie de Jong. And Pedri, for Marc Bernal, is a big feat to replace Eddie Garcia, who was already replacing Frenkie de Jong and Pedri. And I thought he did brilliantly, to be fair. He came on, obviously, the second half really changed for us. The entire team was just sparked up. There was a lot of energy. I think fit into that really, really well. First touches off his foot, brilliant. Brilliant first touches. He dominated the game really, really well in the spaces that he had. I thought, he kept the ball really, really close to his feet, dribbled through a few players to get into spaces, but it was intelligent dribbles, those dribbles that you get past the players and you break free into a lot of space. He did a lot of those. Was always asking for the ball, always wanted to get on the ball. He never shied away from that. You're a young player who's playing in a Champions League match. You know how important it is. You're replacing 3 players in front of you. Sometimes maybe you want to shy away from being on the ball too much, not making a mistake. No, Tira Martin would get the ball, Jesus Gunther would get the ball, Guarcia would get the ball. He was always asking for it. He was getting into really good positions, and he made a few really, really good passes that would break through the lines in Copenhagen, which I thought were really, really key. Obviously got that shot early on as well. Granted, it was offsides, but he did really well to get to the end of that. He was getting to the top of the box. I think Marc Bernal had a really good game tonight. I think he needed that as well, because he hasn't had the best of matches when he's come on the last few times that I've seen him. He's been good, but he's not been, been the change and everything. So, and I think Llorens might have something to say about tonight.
Yeah, certainly. So, Llorens, we've been discussing it in the studio. What a crazy night of Champions League football. I don't know if you've seen all the results, the table. It's pretty crazy. In the end, a very, very good night for Barça.
I tant que sí, companys, una crazy nit aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou i al final aquesta 5ª posició que ens permet de moment descansar de la Champions al mes de febrer i fins al mes de març no tenir aquesta eliminatòria de 8ens. Ben a prop hem pogut escoltar Marc Bernal, ara el tenim aquí amb les ràdios acabant les seves declaracions i evidentment pendents de si tenim algun protagonista més en aquesta zona mixta. Però sí, ha estat una nit de bogeria amb l'ordinador, anar actualitzant la classificació, anar veient amb qui podries jugar a l'eliminatòria. De fet, el Barça està en molts minuts que havia de disputar l'eliminatòria de 16ens de final, per tant, anàvem veient qui era el possible rival, però anàvem veient que si el Barça remuntava, i estàvem segurs que remuntaria, doncs que directament ens podríem creuar en un 8ens de final amb PSG o Newcastle. Però la veritat és que ha estat una nit apassionant. Ahir Hansi Flick, a la roda de premsa, va dir que li encanta aquest format. Va dir textualment això, m'encanta aquest format, amb una jornada final de 18 partits a la vegada. I crec que jornades així demostren que aquest nou format és una passada, és una meravella, perquè l'emoció és total. Avui hem vist una nit de futbol, de gols, de molts partits, de transistors, de fer càlculs. Ens ho hem passat molt bé. I ara, fins al mes de març, ja no tenim Champions.
Claro, I think we could say it now that we've had a good time tonight. Now that we finally got into the top 5, we can say that we enjoyed it. Llorens, you're also a lot warmer than you were last week in the Champions League.
It was windy.
A veure, Déu-n'hi-do el fred que feia avui, No era Praga, no era aquells menys 8 graus de Praga, però feia fresqueta a la zona on estàvem. Nosaltres estàvem, a més, darrere la porteria on el Barça ha fet els 4 gols i l'Oriol González, el nostre operador, anava bastant gelat, Feia fresqueta. No és Praga, però Déu-n'hi-do. Al mes de març, clar, imagina que ens arriba a tocar una eliminatòria de play-off amb, vés a saber, Cairat Almaty o Karabakh, que haurien passat molt fred. Ens la saltem i directament a 8ens. No sé vosaltres si heu patit molt, companys. Pablo, has patit molt avui o no?
In the first half, we were a little bit nervous, weren't we?
I was upset. I think nervous.
Me too.
I was grumpy.
But to be fair, I said at Llorens, I said patience, calm. We've got the players, and I think second half we showed it. We really did. You said it there, Llorens. For the viewers, possible rivals, from what I've seen, Monaco, Karabakh, Newcastle and PSG, potential rivals for Barça in the round of 16. Initial thoughts on those potential rivals. Could be a very, very big game in the round of 16.
Sí, però a veure, és que estem donant per fet que PSG i Newcastle guanyaran a Mónaco i Karabakh.
Sí.
Això ho estan donant molta gent per fet. I una eliminatòria és complicat amb el calendari exigent que tenim. Primer hauran de passar, vindran amb desgast. Mira el Madrid, l'eliminatòria de setzents té 2 jugadors sancionats que es perdran al primer partit.
Sí.
Per tant, crec que la millor notícia és estalviar-se aquesta ronda de play-off perquè el desgast ens permetrà tenir 2 setmanes netes sense partit entre setmana. Això és una excel·lent notícia i ja ho veurem, ja ho veurem. Per què no un Mónaco o per què no un Karabakh? On és Karabakh? No, molt lluny, a l'Azerbaidjan.
Karabakh would be a great trip for you, Llorenç. Llorenç, we'll come back to you when you have more protagonists. So keep yourself warm. Keep yourself warm, and we'll see you very shortly. Alex, there we have it. We have the potential rivals tonight, though. I think a big positive for Barça, the character in that second half. But we said it. This team who's come back a lot of times. This season, not just in the Champions League, Frankfurt at home, we also came back, but in the league a lot, we've done it too. Again, we did it tonight, and it wasn't looking good in the first half, but we turned up in the second.
No, that's what I have to say. Granted, we did turn up in the second half, and we got the job done, by a hefty amount, you have to say, but at the same time, I really can't I have to be a bit pessimistic on this, really. It's a great night. We've qualified through with a good result in the end, and I think that second half really was a completely different half, but I can't overlook the fact that we were so poor in the first half. I think mainly, granted, when it's a league match, another group stage match when we didn't have anything at stake, granted, we start the game slow and we get, the win in the second half. We've seen it so many times, we saw it in the Copa del Rey quite a few times lately. But the fact that we really needed to get ahead early on today and we weren't capable of that, I have to say, it does cause a bit of concern for me going forwards. Obviously, we see our potential rivals for the round of 16. That's only the round 16. Then we have quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then finals. So, it's a long way down the roads. And if we're not able to get the job done and, as quick as we can, efficiently as we can, I think this win wasn't, the most efficient win that we've seen. I have to say it is a bit concerning. But at the end of the day, we're learning to trust the team a lot. And it has to say, this is the last game of the month, is it? No, the Saturday's game still falls.
It's still the 31st.
31st.
We're still not out of January.
I was gonna say we're literally. I thought this might have been the final, no, but it's literally this weekend is the last game of the month finally.
Game number 9, I think, Alex.
Yeah,
of January,
literally.
by the way.
So we're looking at the eighth match of the night of the month. My brain is literally just done after that. And you have to say, maybe I think we expected our quality to kind of dip in some moment of the month, probably in it. And granted, it is towards the end of the month. But even with those dips in form, we've been able to turn out the results that we needed. Granted, again, today I am a bit disappointed in us because it took us 45 minutes to finally espabilar and get going and get fired up and actually get the job done. But again, looking at everything, it is the 8th match of the month, and this match has really taken a lot of energy out of us. So granted, we got there in the end, but hopefully, as Llorenç said, now we granted ourselves 2 weeks without midweek matches, and I think that's going to go a long way. So hopefully once the round of 16 gets fired up again, we're able to kind of get going right away. And, there's a lot of time between now and then. So I think positively we can look at this month and look back and be proud of us. Obviously we've got the first title of the season. We got wins. We're qualified through in 5th place for the Champions League. So I think, you're Hansi Flick or everybody else, you're wary of the problems that we have, but also you have to really celebrate this win, can't you?
Yeah, you definitely do. A lot of questions about what this means, what the dates are. Basically, guys, the playoffs now are going to be played in February. The draw for those playoffs is on Friday. That's the 17th, 18th, 24th, 25th of February. When we come into things, it's actually all the way in March. As Llorenç said, no Champions League games for us in February. So in March, first leg of the round of 16 is on the 10th or 11th of March. The second leg is on the 17th, 18th of March. So that's how long you've got to wait for Champions League action. And it does, of course, mean that in February we've got a much calmer schedule, guys. We really do. Now, if we progress in the Cup, which we hope to do, we will have another few games chucked in there, but it's a lot calmer. We've got Elche away on the weekend, still in January, Albacete midweek, but then Mallorca we've got on the Saturday after that, which is Saturday the 7th, and then a full week, which we haven't had in so long, guys, since Christmas. We've got a full week and then we're going to be playing Girona away. Then there is the potential around here for a cup semi-final first leg to come in should we make it through Albacete. But 2 clean weeks here between Mallorca and Girona and Levante is really good news for Hansi Flick's team, isn't it, Alex? Just to recover, especially with the likes of Pedri injured.
Yeah, no, you really want to see that. I think that was, as much as we did want to qualify and, get the goal difference, get ahead of everybody else, I think really the reason why we really needed this qualification in the top 8 was to give ourselves a rest. We are a very injury-prone team. I think we all know that. We can't hide away from it. Obviously, the likes of Pedri need a rest. Ferran Torres just got the medical okay for today after being a bit out. Gavi is also another one. Christensen is out. Who else has been a bit iffy? Lamine Yamal has been iffy a lot of the time. He's played a lot of minutes. Rafinha.
We've had a lot of injuries,
Gerard Martin and Cubarsí haven't been able to give a rest because there's not a lot of options really going around there. Jules Koundé, Alejandro Valde haven't gotten a lot of rest. So literally any rest that we can get these players at any moment, I think is really, really key. We can't afford injuries going into the last stretch of the season. We always say that. I genuinely think a lot of the time when you get to the later stages of the Champions League and the league, it's literally about which team has the best possible team available, which team has the less amount of injuries, and I think you kind of go off of that. But hopefully, again, it's been really, really good to get that break. Hansi Flick will be happy, man, and Girona is going to be. It's not going to be an easy game. It's another rival that always goes really, really hard against us, to get that break and ease ahead of those matches is going to be really, really key.
Yeah, it certainly is. Barca with a little bit of a more easy schedule to come. But on the night though, Alex, key names who you think stood out there to pick things up. I think for me, Lamine Yamal, I know he was frustrating at times. He held onto the ball a lot in the first half. I do think that he felt tonight was a night that he needed to maybe put the team on his back a bit. Wasn't always the case, but I thought in the second half he was brilliant. We'll do the MVP votes later maybe. But in terms of a player who really brought Barça back into this one in the second half, I am looking at him. I thought he was excellent in terms of taking the game with a scruff of the neck, and he showed that Lamine quality tonight, didn't he?
Yeah, no, it is true. I think his decision making a lot of the time was bad. But when you look at the amount of times that he got past the defenders that were on him was brilliant. There's a few times that he did good defensive actions as well. And he got that assist for the Lewandowski goal, which I think was probably his key point of the match. It was a brilliant assist from that Dani Olmo for Lamine Yamal, and Lamine Yamal maybe could have gotten an own goal. I think he was actually really intelligent. He looked up. I think it was Suzuki who did the diving. He dove into the goal really. So if Lamine Yamal would have gone for goal there, I think Suzuki would have probably blocked it. And Lamine Yamal did really well to lift his head up, look up, see the fact that the defender was going towards goal and not towards Lewandowski, and flicked it over to Lewandowski for an easy tap-in. And again, he got on the ball quite a lot. He understood that he was getting overcrowded, tried to get through it a lot of the time. Again, decision making just wasn't the greatest a lot of the time. But in terms of being involved in the game, being there in the key moment, which was the Lewandowski goal, he was definitely there, and I think he had a good match today. Yeah,
certainly so. Talk about the man he assisted, Lewandowski, tonight, Alex. Difficult to get involved for maybe for a lot of tonight, but he did get another goal. He has now broken that record that we've mentioned a few times. He keeps on delivering. Ferran, of course, has been injured in recent weeks. I do wonder whether Ferran will come back in over the weekend against Elche maybe. But for tonight, again, Lewandowski, he keeps on producing at his age. It is impressive, and his numbers are again good this season. He got the important goal tonight. You were saying that we need that equalizer. He got it. He keeps on sticking around, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, definitely. I really wish that Rafinha would have scored that goal that Lewandowski would have assisted, because that was genuinely a brilliant pass from him. He stepped in to receive the ball, drew his defender out, turned around and gave a brilliant pass into Rafinha. It was literally such a beautiful way to pass.
Curling,
It was really, really good. I really wish Rafinha would have finished that, because I think that would have been, kudos to Lewandowski for the match that he had. I think he was really involved in dropping deeper to receive the ball and try to, play out from the midfield, which is really not really something you see a lot of him. See, something that Hansi Flick has really instilled for him to do is being involved in more in the midfield play, drawing defenders out. I think he knows that and does it really, really well. There's a lot of runs as well that he did that we didn't take advantage of. There was a lot of times that one time Rafinha did a really good run down the left wing, an early cross in. Maybe Lewandowski would have had an easy tap in. I think Lewandowski was really, really active today. And again, goal scorer in the moment that we needed it the most. kudos to him for that. He showed up in big matches, history maker tonight. And I think overall, I think he deserves a lot of merit in the way that he involved himself in the game today.
There you go, Lewandowski. Let's run through the teams that are through. Then there's the top 8 on your screens: Arsenal, Bayern, Liverpool, Spurs, Barça, Chelsea, Sporting and City. 5 English teams, by the way, guys, there, plus Bayern, Barça and indeed Sporting. Then indeed in the playoffs you have there, as you can see it, Madrid and Inter Milan are there. You've got PSG, Newcastle, Juve, Atleti, Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen, Dortmund, Olympiacos, Club Brugge, Galatasaray. And then there's 4 more too. AS Monaco, Karabag, Bodo Glimt and Benfica. So the teams eliminated. Maybe a few ones we didn't expect. Napoli, 30th. My goodness me. Didn't expect that one for sure.
No,
Athletic Club, probably not them either.
Yeah, no, Napoli had a great game against Chelsea today, really, when you look at that.
Yeah, a big one. You got Villarreal. We didn't expect that. I don't think, Alex, from Spain. Just 1 point out of 8 games, all the way down in 35th. The team doing pretty well this season.
Yeah, no, it's a bit disappointing from them, really, when you especially look at the eclectic, really, choices that you have of rivals in this format of the Champions League. You expect them to maybe do a bit better from what they have. You know, there's a lot of teams that did a lot better than them, that have a lot less resources in terms of, you know, the personnel that they get to put on the pitch. But yeah, a bit disappointing for them. But no, it's again, you know, this Champions League is chaotic. We all know that, and you can't drop points at any point of the season. And this is kind of what you get from it. This last game, this last match day, really takes the emotions out. It's one of those, you know, I love football kind of nights. Where it's like you go out. Granted, you know, we finally got the win. We go out. We see that the Benfica keeper scored against Real Madrid to keep Benfica in the Champions League. You know, you see all these things. You know, if I was at home, I would have 7 screens out at the time, definitely. It's one of those nights that you love football and you love the chaos, and you know, this is what we like. And I think this change in the format was really good change. I think it doesn't only benefit the viewer, but I think it also, more importantly, benefits a lot of the smaller teams. I think that's probably what I most like about this, is that, you know, you see the likes of Copenhagen, you know, still fighting for that spot in the knockout round for the Champions League, that maybe in another format, you know, it's just would have been impossible for them to get into the top 2 out of 4 teams. You know, you look at those group stages of the 4 teams, and usually a lot of the time it's already decided before any of the match starts. So what I like about this format is that, you know, the quote-unquote smaller teams really get a good opportunity to get into that final final stage of the Champions League. And
you were talking about it, Alex. The chaos. I'm looking around here, mainly, of course, from that game of Real Madrid, you know, of course, and the absolute drama that is going around right now on social media. I mean, that is what it does bring you, doesn't it? This format, and it was ebbing and flowing all night. Really, it really was. And in the end, absolute drama and a very good night for Barça. What it does, of course, mean is that Barça can sort of take attention away from the Champions League for a bit. We can focus on the league for a good chunk of time now, which is good. And indeed the Cup. We've got the Super Cup in the bag. Now we've got, well over a month, 6 weeks nearly, until we have to think about the Champions League again. Just an ideal position to be in, really. Yeah, no, definitely. You have to look at the team. You know, we're playing really confidently. Efficiently is another question, but confidently, I think you can say that. I think we knew coming in today that we were going to win the match. I think there was no doubt about that. And granted, I was very pessimistic, but I genuinely didn't have a doubt that we were going to win the game. And you have to look at that, and you have to look at the fact that we've played 8 matches so far this month, 9 matches this weekend, and we've played them well. Correct, we've won all except for that draw in the Hit Me. In 2026, right? Not this month. We have, other than Real Sociedad, we've won every one. Exactly. Yeah. It's been an excellent month. Yeah. I have to say that Real Sociedad was Spencer, not me. So I have to say that as well. There was a lot of discourse about this, by the way. Really? Yeah, there was. Yeah, this. Adam, if you're still watching, it was Adam in the chat. It was 0-0 at half time between Barça and Oviedo, and Adam was going, I didn't want to say it, but when it's you, Spence, and not Alex, this is... And then we scored, obviously, and Spence absolutely attacked him. I have to go see that. I mean, I'm shout out to Spence, but I have the better records on the show this year so far. Again, you know, looking forward to the rest of the month and what is February and March coming in.
Obviously, we have the advantage, and the calendar does get a bit easier.
It's a bit lighter in February. Alex, an interesting one I've just thought of now. Of course, we've got a lot of league games in February. Our direct rival in the league is Madrid. They've got 2 extras now, of course,
exactly.
with the Champions League. So that's,
it's a good feat for us. Maybe obviously, we know the importance that Champions League has for that club. Real Madrid are really proud of their Champions League history, and it's something that they really prioritize. I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of prioritize Champions League over league a lot of the time. It depends who they're going to play it against, but I think they've learned, the hard way that they can't relax over any team in the Champions League. They've lost clearly today, and they've lost. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what they do. In those midweek matches, going into La Liga matches. Do they maybe get a bit too complacent in La Liga?
Exactly,
and, they drop points somewhere. And luckily for us, we're able to focus on La Liga almost fully. Obviously, you said their Copa del Rey might creep in for a couple matches. Yeah. But no, I think it's big positive points. Again, the biggest takeaway from tonight is those 2 last matches. So we're happy days going into the next month, really confident.
Yeah, we certainly are. We're still waiting for Hansi Flick to step into the press room. We're also waiting to see if we have a few more reactions from the Spotify Camp Nou from any Barca players. So don't go anywhere just yet, people. We've still got a bit longer to go on tonight's program. We've spoken about the fact that Hansi Flick will probably be pretty chuffed with the way his team have gone. I mean, Adam's there. He's like,
still wants, I know. But he's just... I'm still waiting for my kit as well, Adam. I'm still waiting for my Super Copa kit.
I'll tell you what, we could do with them as well, We could do with the jerseys,
I could definitely change this for a Super Copa kit.
Yeah, okay.
I'll swap. Should I make a poster?
Yeah.
I'll swap my kit for a Super Copa kit, please.
Can you imagine? Yeah, you're not getting your jerseys just yet, unfortunately, people. Unfortunately, So, Alex, we haven't done any MVP voting actually. Should we go ahead?
No.
I'm gonna be writing them in as you tell me them. So they'll come up as you appear. But go ahead. 3 points. I'll tell you what. I'd encourage those in the members live chat to play along too, with 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. Hit me, Alex. Go with your names.
3 points, Rafinha.
Okay, Rafinha. Okay, got you.
2 points, Lamine.
Okay.
And 1 point to Lewandowski.
Okay, the front 3 you've gone for there, Alex.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think Rafinha really imposed himself on the game today a lot of the time. Especially in the second half when he went towards the midfields. I think it really made a difference in terms of energy as well when you put him next to... I think he worked really well for Marc Bernal, to be honest. Marc Bernal had a lot of space to go forward as Rafinha was kind of drifting out wide with Lamine. And he was on the ball quite a lot. And obviously he smashed the penalty when we needed it. I think that was a key moment of the game. Not everyone can step up to penalty, take it so well in such a key moment of the game. Lamine Yamal, I think we talked about him already, and Lewandowski as well. I think Lewandowski really imposed himself and obviously scored the most important goal of the match today.
Yeah, certainly. So we can go back to the Spotify Camp Nou where Llorens Tares is there waiting for more players to pass through his zone. Llorens, whilst we're here, you're still waiting for players, but we'll get your MVP votes. Who are you going for tonight?
Yeah, Pablo, we are waiting for Marcus Rashford. Estem esperant Marcus Rashford, que ara compareixerà aquí a la zona mixta. Mentrestant, els meus vots de l'MVP, doncs avui 3 points goes to Lamine Yamal, que ha fet aquesta exhibició. Avui ha fet un gran partit. Jo crec que Lamine és molt destacat. Em quedo amb Marc Bernal, 2 punts per Marc Bernal, perquè no sé si coincidència o no, però la seva entrada al terreny de joc ha canviat completament el partit. Crec que tenim un projecte de jugador espectacular al mig del camp. A mi és un tros de jugador que m'agrada molt. I un punt, més igualat, em quedo amb Dani Olmo, que tot i que avui no ha trobat segurament tantes facilitats o tant encert com en els últims partits, crec que ha estat bastant actiu i abans del canvi, i li dono un puntet per Dani Olmo. Per tant, 3 punts Lamine, 2 punts Marc Bernal i 1 punt Dani Olmo. De seguida, com us deia, Marcus Rashford, parlarem en l'anglès. Avui ha fet el Barça el seu primer gol de falta directa. Primer gol de free kick, Pablo. En aquesta temporada, el golàs de Marcus Rashford, i de seguida podrem parlar amb el jugador anglès.
Perfect, Llorente. So we'll reconnect with you when Rashford passes by opposition. Yeah, very true, Alex. You said it, the free kick from Rashford. We haven't scored a free kick in a while. I think officially, Marek Bral told us it was the Pablo Torre goal against Sevilla last season, which was an odd one.
A deflection.
It was an odd one. It went all the way through. It was from far. But Ferran Torres previously scored against Betis. Other than that, those are the only two since Messi left. So Rashford becoming the third player. We enjoyed that, didn't we?
It's ridiculous when I think the fact that we've only scored 2 free kicks since Messi left is just ridiculous, really.
Yeah, it is.
We have the players that can whip in balls. Lamine Yamal can whip in a ball from outside the box. Fermin is really good, has a really good lace, on his boot. Rafinha as well, but nobody can score a free kick. And I'd imagine they're nailing these in trainings.
Surely, yeah.
That's probably the most frustrating thing is that they're taking these in trainings, they're drilling it in, but on a match they're just and it's not even close. Like it goes sky high and it's not even that close. But obviously Marcus Rashford, I've been waiting for this moment every time. Since he came in, I was like, is he the savior for our free kick goals, because we know that he can whip them in. But Hansi Flick now, I think, is ready to go.
Yeah, Hansi Flick is in the press room, people. So without any further ado, we'll take a short break here. We'll hear what the German coach has to say ahead of this one, then we'll pick things back up. Here's Hansi Flick.
Serà una miqueta més curta del que és habitual, perquè va per davant de l'entrenador del Copenhagen. Com sempre, una pregunta per torn. 9 i mitja, recordem que es pot fer en català. Comencem, Mireia. Gràcies.
Bona nit, Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Ahir ja vas explicar que per vosaltres, era primordial entre els 8 primers. Quin ha estat el teu missatge als jugadors a la mitja part, perquè hem vist una segona meitat molt diferent a la primera, per poder assolir aquest objectiu que tenies? Gràcies.
Yes, it's right. Second half was much better than the first half. Now we're really satisfied, I think everyone here, you, because we have two games left, less. But also the fan support about the second half was really good. Copenhagen makes it in the first half good, but also till the end they always press. They are very brave, played very brave. So for us it was a really good game. Also to improve, to see what we have to do better. But I think the second half we made some. Not changes, but we said, because we want to play normally the same like before, but we told them that we have to be in the right position. So always like this, it's always the same. And I was not happy with the first half, but at the end, I think everyone, the fans, also the team is very happy.
Hola, Hansi, Marta Ramon en directe a RAC1. Et volia demanar, ara que s'ha tancat la fase inicial de la Champions, quin balanç fas, quines lliçons creus que heu d'extreure per mirar cap al futur en aquesta competició i, sobretot, posant el focus en la importància que li dones a l'haver quedat entre els 8 primers, també per descarregar una mica el calendari.
I said this also to the team. We are responsible for that. So if we have 2 more games, so we play these 2 more games. Doesn't matter. But at the end, I'm really happy about this situation. You also can see the first 8. What I see, 5 teams from England, from the Premier League, are in the top 8. So you can see how important also is to reach this level. And and also you can see that the Premier League is really good, so it's the best league. But at the end, we are looking always to ourselves, and I think I'm satisfied with the result and that we have reached the top 8.
Hola, Hansi. Santi Valle, en directo para el larguero de la cadena SER y el que te jugas de SER Cataluña. Me gustaría preguntarte por el partido de Marc Bernal, que entra en la segunda parte, un escenario complicado, el equipo perdiendo, hace un gran partido, Marc Bernal, y al final el equipo acaba ganando. ¿Qué te ha parecido su actuación? Que me la valores. Y preguntarte, ¿por qué está entrando tan a poco? Viendo el nivel que ha exhibido hoy, por ejemplo, ¿por qué no tiene más minutos Marc Bernal durante el resto de lo que llevamos de temporada?
No, your question you answered directly. He played a fantastic game, so it's like that. But You know, we see him every training, and I think also he had also potential to improve, and it's not about we all know that he is a fantastic footballer. His technique is good, but also how he can control the game. It's good. He made it fantastic in the second half. Also keep the ball, but also you know, the passes are fantastic. So we have to physically he has to improve, and this is what we want, because he had a really big injury, and now he's coming back and he get this time, and I think also for him it's good now 45 minutes to play, and now we see what happens in the next games.
Buenas noches, señor Flick. Víctor Lozano, en directo para el Radio Estadio de Onda Cero. Ha vivido su primera, entre comillas, noche mágica europea en el Camp Nou. Hoy había un ambientazo espectacular. Me gustaría que lo valorase, cómo se ha sentido y si cree que la comunión con la afición va a ir muy ligado a los éxitos del equipo en esta temporada. Gracias.
I think it's. So I'm normally really focused on the game. I'm normally not looking to stand or what happens. But my feeling was that it was a good connection today, because they support us, and they give us a lot of positive energy, and this is also what the team needs. And for me, it's very great to see this.
Mister, hola, buenas noches. Joan Batllori, Cadena COPE, en directo para el partidazo. Quería preguntarle qué le parece o qué valoración hace que equipos tan importantes como Real Madrid, Inter de Milán o PSG hayan quedado finalmente fuera de los 8 primeros. ¿Y se le sorprende?
It's Champions League, so I think it shows a lot how interesting this competition is now with the new model. But for me, you know, like always, what I said, I'm only focused on my team. I focus on my team, and I'm happy that we reached this top 8. I don't care about the others. So this is what I want to say and can say.
Hola, Hansi. ¿Qué tal? Raúl Fuentes, en directo para Radio Marca. Con la victoria de hoy alcanzas las 70 victorias en el Barça en 93 partidos desde que llegaste al equipo. Viéndolo en perspectiva, no sé si tú pensabas el primer día que aterrizaste aquí, si te iría tan bien como te está yendo a nivel de números, de títulos. ¿Cómo lo ves, estas 70 victorias en 93 partidos?
93-70? Oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. So normally I always want to win every game, but I know that is maybe not possible. But I'm with the data, as you know. I'm not a friend of that. Sometimes I use it, but not always.
Sí, bona nit, Hansi. Xavi Lorente, en directe pel Zona Champions TV3. M'agradaria que em contessis una mica el partit de Lamine Yamal, que avui ha tirat una mica de la reacció una altra vegada, l'altre dia amb la pressió alta contra l'Oviedo a l'inici de la segona part. També avui, donant l'assistència del primer gol amb una gran desmarcada a Lewandowski, ha marcat el segon, ha donat l'assistència del penal a Lewandowski. Estem veient un Lamine Yamal que ja ha deixat enrere les seves molèsties físiques i ja estem començant a veure la Yamal que voleu?
Yes, of course. He also has to adapt, because now the opponents always have 1-2 players, sometimes also 3 players, but he's doing really good. And today, especially the first goal, his speed was amazing. He attacked the deep and get the last pass, and was important. Also, again, that we came back. Not only in the offense, he also, I think, improved a lot also in the defense. You saw also
I remember one situation when he runs back and get the ball, receive the ball, and we are in the game. It was very important because normally they can go straight to the goal, and he was there. And this is, I think, also a part of the game, also for Lamine, and he did it really good. So I'm really happy. How he improved, and of course he has a fantastic quality. It's unbelievable. Also you can see it. Also today, one against one situation, every duel. He's amazing. He keep the ball, and for us, important, very important.
Hansi, hola, buenas noches. Josep Soldado para Jugones de la Sexta y El Chiringuito. El Madrid ha quedado fuera del top 8. A efectos de la Liga, ¿está usted contento? Porque el Madrid tendrá que jugar una eliminatoria complicada y son 2 partidos que ustedes ahorran. Hablo sobre todo en clave Liga. ¿Está usted contento que el Madrid quede fuera del top 8?
No, it's like it is. We started really bad in this Champions League. So the last two games we won, and this was very, or 3 games we won. It was very important. But at the end, I'm only focused on my team. I don't care about Real Madrid, really not. So it's when we play against Real, so I'm focused on them. We analyze them. We want to win this Clásico, but nothing else.
Sí, hola, Mr. Jordi Gil del diario Sport. Yo quería saber un poco cómo ha vivido esta última jornada tan especial en el banquillo, si estaba pendiente de los otros resultados, si le iban informando y sobre todo cómo le ha quedado el cuerpo con ese último gol del portero del Benfica.
I think in the I don't know exactly when I first asked what is the table, what says the results, and they said, okay, we are 5th now. And I was happy about this. I think it was 3-1 or like that, around about that. So this was a good situation, but at the end, really, I'm not interested in the others. So it's only I focus on that. I saw the goal. It was a nice header from the goalkeeper of Benfica, but I don't care. It was just I saw it on the television, so it was just running and watching, but I don't care about that.
Últimas 2 preguntes, last 2 questions.
Hansi, over here to your left. Sam Miles in ESPN. Marcus obviously didn't play at the weekend. Marcus Rashford has come on today and scored a free kick. Obviously, since Rafinha's come back, it's been harder for him to get minutes. You've spoken before about him perhaps needing to improve off the ball. How's he doing in that sense, and what can he do to sort of become a starter in this Barca team in the key games this season?
No, for me, it's very important. So we need everyone. So when you also see other teams, they have a lot of quality also on the bench. So we have, and for me. He made a really good job. He had some problems in the last game, so after Braga, and this is why he didn't play in the last game at home. But today he was ready, and you saw it on the pitch when he's there with his speed, also with his control, but also with his finishing. It's amazing to have him.
Hola, Hansi. Aquí, bona nit, Joel Gadea de BTV, felicitats per la victòria i per la classificació. Vull preguntar-te per les conclusions que tu extreus després d'aquests primers 8 partits a Champions, aquesta fase Lliga, i si amb el nivell que has vist tu del teu equip creus que és suficient per aspirar a guanyar el títol. Gràcies.
You mean Champions League? No, we have the confidence that we have the quality, but we also know that we have to improve, that we have to make things much better. I think now you have 2 games to go in the next round, and 4 half, and this is not like you can start like today. So you have to be there, ready. The very first second, and this is what I want to see from the team, and we have to make things a lot of things much better.
Doncs fins aquí la roda de premsa. Moltes gràcies, bona nit.
There you go then, people. Words from Hansi Flick. After this one, we're starting to wrap up here. We've heard from Flick, and we previously heard from Marc Bernal. Let's go to Llorens. He had Marcus Rashford at his position just a few moments ago. 5 goals for Rashford in this season's Champions League. Let's hear what the Englishman had to say.
Well, Marcus, congrats for the victory and also for the goal. What a night, what a European night here at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Yeah, he's really good. I think first half was difficult, but second half the team play so well. We create lots of chances, lots of opportunities to score goals, which is what we needed because we didn't know the results of the other games.
What did change at the half time to be a better Barça in the second half?
No, I think the manager just motivate us and tell us if we play on the level that he knows that we can, it's difficult for them to stop us. So from the first whistle of the second half, I see improvement. And yeah, we scored 4 goals in the second half, so it's perfect.
18 games at the same time. I don't know if in the bench you can control what's happening on the other stadiums.
Yeah, no, it's impossible. I think for us, it's just was clear message from the manager and all the players. We know we had to score as many goals as we can and win the game. So this was the aim, and until the final whistle, we tried to do this.
Let me ask you finally for your goal. What a free kick. Fantastic goal and fantastic way to finish the match.
Yeah, for sure. And like I say, we didn't know how many goals we have to score. So whatever goal we can take, we get. So I'm very happy to score this. And yeah, the 4 goals was good.
It's the first goal from a free kick this season. Maybe Marcus Rashford has the responsibility to shoot all the free kicks.
No, I think in training there's a few of us that like to take, and yeah, for me it's just a feeling. If you feel like you can score this one, then maybe you have the confidence to put it in. So yeah, we will try to score more.
Congrats and thank you, Marcus.
There you have it, people. Marcus Rashford there. You're asking him.
I vote for Marcus Rashford to go to the end of all of our free kicks from that side from now on.
I do agree. I think when it's that side, he should be taking them. Right footer.
I think right footer, definitely put him on them. Obviously on the left footer you have Rafinha and Lamine Yamal going for it, really. Yeah. But I think Marcus Rashford is probably the most efficient one out of the 3, really. So every chance that we get, maybe get Lamine Yamal on that left side to draw in more fouls from that side. But no, Marcus Rashford, brilliant from open play, getting shots off target, from the top of the box. Really, we've seen that so many times, but free kick goals I think is going to be so key for us going forward.
Certainly so. Well, Llorens has spoken to the protagonist. Let's now bid him good night. Llorens, a successful night for Barça in the Champions League. We are indeed through, qualified in the top 8.
Yeah, Pablo, that's all from Spotify Camp Nou. Això és tot. Hem pogut escoltar a Marc Bernal i també a Marcus Rashford, autor d'aquest free kick fantàstic, aquell llançament de falta. Primer gol de falta, com dèiem, aquesta temporada. L'últim l'havia fet Ferran Torres a l'estadi amb la samarreta del Barça. Una dada que, per cert, segur que tu i a l'Àlex us agrada. Dels 8 equips classificats en aquest top 8, classificats directament per als 8ens de final, 5 equips de la Premier. Déu-n'hi-do, Pablo? Estareu contents. Òbviament la Premier és un dels grans rivals si volem aixecar aquesta Champions. Només dir que, recordeu, proper compromís, aquest dissabte el Barça juga al camp de l'Elx, viatgem a Alacant buscant defensar el liderat de la Lliga una setmana més. Això és tot des de l'Spotify Camp Nou. Ens retrobem aviat. Àlex, can't wait to see you. Pablo, see you on Friday, perquè demà tinc festa i ens hem d'abrigar una miqueta que hem passat força fred avui. Bona nit, companys.
Llorens, good evening to you too. We'll see you in the coming days. We'll see you in that game. He's a happy man.
I don't think I'm ever going to see Llorens suffer more than I saw him suffer in Prague.
No, that was insane. He's had a bit of a rough January in terms of the weather. It's been brutal.
He has.
He certainly has. Right then, people, that's all we've got for you this evening. Job done for Barça. Everyone can go to bed pretty happy. It's a clock. It's about to strike midnight. It is indeed about to strike midnight. It's Barça 4, Copenhagen 1. We're through to the round of 16.
Yes, we are.
The draw for that will come much later, 27th of February. We'll have to wait and see what happens in the playoffs first. We'll play in the round of 16 against either Karabag, Monaco, PSG or Newcastle. Tonight, we finish 5th. Job done, Alex. I suppose we'll see you guys in the coming weeks. Back here again on Saturday, half an hour before kick-off for that game against Elche. See you then, people. Iwan Anit.